Hello, ladies. How everybody doing tonight? Let's see who we got. Hi to information. Sandy Marie, Antoinette, Susan. Hi, Jan. Cheryl, my sister. Melva, Grace, Margaret. Oh Lord, Heifer. Oh Lord, please don't tell me I messed up your name, sweetie. Ann, Janice. Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Decided to come live since, they've been harassing me in my comment sections for the last couple days, non-stop. They don't like what I'm saying. They don't like the things I'm saying about their little Horians. So I figured since they don't like what I'm saying on Facebook, I'd come over here where I could say a little bit more, make them a little bigger mad. Yeah, they know her music career ain't shit. Yeah, they ain't got no choice but to get over it. Because I'm not going to stop. They're not going to run me off. I'm not built that way. Coming in here talking about Hori and you talking about your mama. No, I'm talking about you, your mama, the other Horiana, or like they say, your whole generation. Stupid ass. I'm going to call her. I'm going to call her Horiana, Hora, Cora Obedi, you Horiana. The fuck? Hi, Sharon. Hi, Lucy. Hi, Lupe. I ain't got time for all that mess. Yeah, I'm saying what I'm got to say. Y'all don't like it? Too bad. Coming at me, coming at my supporters. No, we don't do that. I don't come on y'all page and comment. So don't come over on my page and comment. And if you're gonna come over there, keep it cute. Cause I don't block. I can't even count how many people I done blocked. She ain't on that billboard. My damn dog could get on that damn billboard if I paid for it. Shoot, she wasn't even that. They act like that was something damn special. People put their family members up for a birth of a baby, a birthday, all kind of shit, a graduation. That ain't nothing special. People in New York don't pay attention to that shit. That's right, Melva. Clock it. Y'all so mad. Y'all talking about y'all don't like Stony. Your song wasn't hitting. Oh, that song driving y'all crazy. Y'all over there um reporting putting copyrights on all her videos, all of her stuff, personal stuff. Oh yeah. That song hit y'all the wrong way. And y'all really got mad when she clarified what each verse meant. And she hit that nail on the goddamn head. Everything she said was exactly right for Horiana. Pimple butt don't care about. No, she don't care about them streams. She got that money from the pre-sales. You got that right. She don't care about the streams. She don't care about them either. She know that damn Hey Vanessa. She know that album ain't going no damn where. Hi Mary. She know damn well it's not going no damn where. Some even thought she was in. Yeah, I can picture that. Jeez. Man, let me tell you something. 10 years. I think this is the worst work she's ever done. Who's that? Oh, hey, Janice. Hi, Iris, sis. Everybody click that thumbs up when you come in. Them likes and loves. As people tag Anacord. um, Angel, Don, Stony, tag a friend. I got 50 people in here, 18 thumbs up, and I know I got some Hawaiians in here, and y'all welcome. Just keep it cute. Got that raid ready for y'all asses tonight. Yeah, that was her worst. You got that right. Oh, hi, Jacqueline. Shoot, I don't know who they think they threatening and thinking they gonna run off. Once somebody had the nerve to see you, I see why you named yourself Tasmanian Devil. Nah, bitch, I didn't name myself that. I was given that name. And I was given that name for a reason. Keep it up and you'll find out why they call me Tasmanian Devil. I've had that name since I was a kid. Hey, my Pat. Yeah, they're big hypocrites. They act like they own social media. They can say whatever they want to say, but we can't say nothing. No, I ain't gonna work like that. You ain't gonna silence me. And if I lose a page, I'm gonna pop up with two more. How about that? I already got two backup pages. I'm ready. Remember in the park, she said she had to do a TikTok for her producer. So I believe that's where she's going. Probably. Probably. They want her to speak her truth, but no one else. Exactly. Hi, Josephine. Exactly. They think that they can talk, but we can't. They talking about, oh, Justin, he's talking about her. She's not talking about him. That bitch talk about him every damn day. And now she's even taking it a step farther. She actually came on social media and sat there and said, my ex hired a hitman to unalive me. She said it straight out and even spelt the word murder. Now you can't go no lower or no worse than accusing somebody or talking about somebody. Like what the hell kind of stuff is that? Bring your ass on back there to London if it's that serious. If you really think he did it, go back to London. What's stopping you? Don't tell me you ain't got the money because you have the money. Don't tell me you don't have the time because you fly all over the world all the time. Because any normal person who really thought that was the truth would have went back and handled that situation. You think your ex did that, but you have no problem dropping your kids off to him. So you're going to drop your kids off every other week to somebody that you think tried to unalive you? Are you that stupid? Or you really just don't care? But I'm going to answer that question for you. You know you're lying. You said anybody that says it's a fake attack. Okay, I'm saying it again. Fake, fake, fake. It was a fake damn attack. Exactly. If she was in fear, she wouldn't drop them kids off. Talk about, oh, I got PTSD, but you walk the streets all over in every different state, country in the middle of the night. Yeah, he's an idiot, But you know what? It is what it is. Can't nobody force that man to do nothing. I'm over trying to tell him what to do. Well, you know what? Yeah, that is attempted to on a live here in the US, but apparently, you know what I'm saying? But it's the same thing in the UK. Hi, peace of mind. If Justin So did it, he needs to go back to London and give them that information to get it. If Justin So did it, she needs, because she know Justin didn't do it. She knows he didn't do it. That's why she ain't bringing her behind back there. And like last time she talked about it, talking about they want my DNA. Why they want your DNA? You kept that out for a long time. I thought no people aren't allowed. Gotta, oh, I feel so much safer with my mom here. Girl, you was in front of the police station. Shut up. You was in front of the damn police station. You had her with you because y'all went out to go eat. That's why she was in there. But you're not supposed to have her there. I blame JD for that. I'm not going to file a claim against her. He needs to wake up. He don't need a lawyer. That's very true. That's very true. And I would go prove that I didn't do it and I would put it all over social media. Even though they'll sit here and say it's AI, but I don't care. But you not one thing you or I'd be in court making her shut the hell up because you are not about to be spreading that all over the internet, claiming that I hired somebody to unalive you. That man is not that stupid. He is not about to put his life in jeopardy to go to jail for something like you because you are not worth it. The thing about it, everybody want to tell him what to do. He don't have no 77 or 80,000 again, but she has it in her pocket. Yes, she has that money, but she won't spend it. You never know. He might be doing something behind the scenes. I don't know. I mean, I don't talk to him, so I don't know. My thing right now is I wish he would put a stop to it, but I don't know what he's doing. Yes, that's defamation against him. Yeah, what the heck is that old woman gonna do? That little fish lady wasn't gonna do nothing. Even her sister said, how did anybody know where she was at? Exactly. Hi, Brenda. Yeah, it's something about her. Yeah, LA dog. Hi, G14. Did you see them kids eat their own plate? Yeah. They eat, they eat when they're around the fake mom. That's the only time them kids get to eat by themselves and get their own plate of food, because she, even at her house, she fixes them their own plate, and tells her that no, you cannot eat off their plate. Get your own. Yeah, she know that she's unstable, and of course she had on clothes, especially when she was going to her church. She don't let her go to her church and embarrass her with her ass out. Melva, I hope that's true. He doesn't have to go to London to file a lawsuit against her. No, I mean he can do that here in the United States because this is where she's doing that. Putting his name out there talking about he's doing that, and now they're putting this narrative out there that something like today. First she kept telling people, guess where I'm going, guess where I'm going, and then she don't want to tell nobody for safety reasons. For the last few days, they've been putting the narrative out there that JD, Don, and Stony, all three of them have plans to unalive her or to hurt her. They're putting that narrative out there about all of them. Making posts, talking about they're threatening her. They're threatening her. There ain't nobody threatening her. But I tell you one thing, I love what Justin said. Fuck that bitch. He said, fuck that bitch in caps, in all capital letters. Now that was funny. Did you see when she put her bro in the camera and he thanked her for embarrassing him? You know what? She needs to stop putting that camera in people's faces without asking them. I'm surprised that lady sits around that rubbish too. But I tell you one thing, there's got to be a reason. Talking about, she's been my mom. She didn't pop up until you went to court for your divorce. Nobody's seen or heard from you. Athena asked to go to Disney and she said, no, where would she get the money from? Did she just make a bunch of money off of selling that sorry ass album? But no, she's not going to take her back. I'm surprised she took her for her birthday, to be honest. As soon as she dropped them off, she going on vacation. Exactly. Hi, Daisy. Hi, Miriam. You got that right. What a scary mouth. She acted like an idiot at the. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Can't take that girl nowhere. She can't act right nowhere. Just no damn home training. I don't even know why they brought that girl. No, I don't think KO is scary. She's just ugly. She's leaving tonight but won't say where to. She's afraid to say because she doesn't want to be attacked again. Which one, who's gonna attack her? One of her multiple personalities? That's the only person that's gonna attack her. Exactly. I agree with you on that one. LA Crab is not what she appears to be. And I'm gonna say that on the whole family. He said today that his IQ was higher than her supporters, which is true. But where was all that IQ when you dated this fool? She played him. She played him. She acted like she wasn't like, who she is. Let me tell you when she really got bad. When she really started making money. Okay? Because when in order to, uh, she had to have a certain, green card. She had to have documentations, because don't forget, Nigeria was not monetized at that time. And you have to have a social security card. And until she got her documents, she didn't have that. She made a diss song about Stony. Now that, are you serious, G14? Did she play it? Oh Lord. I don't know if she can outdo Stony, because I'm going to tell you, Stony did her thing with that song. I ain't going to lie. The thing is, JD, Stony, and DT should be careful and watch their backs closely. Physical harm would come from GM and her terrorists, and we all know that too. Um, I'm going to say that's a possibility. A lot of times, I mean, because I'm going to say most of the time, not all the time. I'm not going to say it can't happen. But a lot of them, they like to run their mouths, threaten people, talk shit, and hopefully scare people. Like before, they used to have JD terrified. He's not scared no more. And the fact that he said she's planning to do something else. Exactly. Let me tell you something. Nobody knows. He knows that girl better than anybody. And she probably is. Yeah, she got a bunch of money. No, 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 no. Her mother got a bunch of money. They said they have a lawyer at Meta. They don't want to be giving out too much. Exactly. I said that too when I heard that. I was like, you shouldn't be putting out too much information. She made it. That's what I want to know. Did she make a diss song? She knows if she goes down, all of them are going to go down. That's why she put them on camera. Hmm. She was embarrassing. She mad Poppy Obedi never did. And I say this all the time. It's like she wants to project her childhood on her kids when you're supposed to want better for your kids. She claims she's in therapy. Well, if you in therapy, you ain't got no type of help. Why are you trying to put all this stuff on your kids? Make them have a horrible childhood. You know what I'm saying? What do you want your children to be? You know what I'm trying to say? I don't want to say the word. Because she's already actually exploiting the girls. Do you want them to become victims like you did? I didn't get a damn dime. We all know GM stole that money. Yeah, of course she did. She does it all the time. A told her daddy she hopes ants won't get her candy. Huh. Yeah, that's right. She got them ants back at her house, and they only gonna get worse since the weather's getting warm again. Ants gonna be all over the place. She gonna be picking out ants out of everything. I would never call another woman mom. I had one mom and nobody. Exactly. Shoot, that girl didn't care for her mother because her mother was in that ass. So she didn't care for her mother at all. And now all the daughters are calling her mom. Watch when she get to her destination. Of course she is. She can't help it. She gonna do it with her little fake laugh. Or maybe we might be able to tell when she's in the Mac, makeup thing at the airport putting on damn makeup from the samples. Exactly. No one cares where she goes. For real. You know what I'm saying? Like they all today, oh, you're having sleepless nights. You're over there crying. Sleepless nights over what? I sleep well every night. Ain't nobody crying. Crying about what? Jealous about what? She ain't got no hairline. What, am I jealous of that? Crooked fingers? I don't think so. Look at them damn toes. Oh, I know that pimple on her butt, the cellulite. Oh, the Timu clothes. Mm-hmm. Yup. I'm jealous about all of that. Yeah, G14. Did she really make a diss track? Yeah, I know. Alucci and Mophead. I wish Alucci had finished telling her story. But I understand she had to move on and with her life, so she has to be a real public figure where the mental illness aren't the only ones know her and support her. That girl, there is something seriously wrong with her. He probably never had his. No, you didn't. He probably never had his Nash licked. He fell in love. Oh my God, that's right, Kathy Clockett. L.A. Crab has K paying her for the mansion she is living in. You know what? I wouldn't care if she was paying me back for that or not. There's no way that I would sit around and be around none of that nonsense that she does and that she does with them kids. And if she don't want to pay me, I would have her behind put out if my name is on there. But I'm not going to deal with that. I don't care if she owed me money for that or not. I have her ass put out. That's what I said, Janice. Yup, Stony did nail it, and it's driving them. Oh, you just saw it? Oh, where's it at? Her page? You know what I'm saying? Sandy, yes, you're right. I would have. I wouldn't call anyone else mom. My mom is my mom. Period. Exactly. Well, we're gonna pray that nothing happens. To JD. The fool was clocking it on her live. Yeah. Okay. That's right. Like up the live. I see 67 people in here. 39 thumbs up. I know I got some Horians in here. Thank you. I don't know where that woman came up with. Hi, Laura. Think about all that GM stand to lose. What is hanging on the line? She definitely doesn't want to go back to Nigeria and lose. Huh. Let me tell you something. She keep breaking these American laws. She better really do some research in who's our president right now. Cause he's sending everybody damn back. All it takes is one of her crazy True. She's in therapy. This chick doesn't look like a person that had one sec. Exactly. You right about that. She gonna cook ants one day. She has cooked ants one day. So when she cooked them whole fish, the whole fish, she cooked two of them. She ate one. Ant was crawling on it. She took them. She picked them off for one, and then she didn't see the ones on the second one. She was too busy dancing, looking for the stars. And then that second one of them she gave to LA Fish the next day. You got that right, Cheryl. As soon as she leaves LA Crayfish going to have a cleaning team come in while she's gone, she covers up all man, let me tell you something. I know them. She usually sends her own cleaner over there, and I know she be having to pay her extra. Someone asked her if she was going to Cape Verde. Oh my goodness. I hope Justin tell the kids that LA, she need to, because that's not their grandma. They act like Justin's mother is not their grandmother. They act like, I think A said something about she wanted to draw a picture for grandma, but only your mom. Like, that's not, y'all need to tell them kids that that's not they real grandmother. Gonna be a fight at her farm while she's gone. There will be ants eat the ants eat the roaches or the rats eat the you know what I'm saying? She got that open box of frosted flakes. That thing is probably full of damn ants right now. Their boat paddle feet, Lord. What the hell was with this fake LA crayfish with the matching clothes and the matching car seats at her house for a mentally ill stranger off the internet? Child, who knows what's going on with that lady? I truly believe she's a threat to the ex. She's a threat to the whole goddamn U.S. Stoney and Don keep trying to explain their reasoning behind the saga, but them Joker can't understand anything. It's knitting a sweater for a dead dog. You know what? I wouldn't even be explaining my reason for the saga. I would just say what the hell I got to say. She's posted some type of unrecognizable song, I guess, in a diss track, but you can't that ain't nothing new. You can never understand nothing that girl put out. That woman is hiding some kind of weirdness. You got that right. She don't give a damn. She's making thousands a month. She probably has 4 or 5 pages. She's getting paid all off. Yeah. She has 5 phones. So you can have up to five accounts on each phone. It's totally absurd for anyone to imagine that Doc is a threat to his ex. Exactly. That man is not trying to to jeopardize his freedom over that. So they need to stop acting like that's what he's gonna do. I had a foster mom, dad. My childhood was sad, so I feel for the girls. I feel for them girls too. I really do. I feel for them girls too. LA Fish truly do not have a pinched face. It's scary. Actually, she look a hell of a lot older than her husband. I noticed that she's introducing herself as Coral Beatty, the singer and dancer. Oh, she ain't. Oh, because matter of fact, they was real hot today when I made that. Like, I shared a post that came up on my feed, my Facebook feed. I guess was it the king and queen or the prince and princess from where's blessing from the Netherlands. They flew into New Jersey today, and they were going to the White House. And I shared that and posted that here in the U.S. We announced real royalty, just not the ones who claim to be royalty. Oh, they ain't like that. They came from my ass. They didn't like that. But it's true. When princess, and then one said there are no princesses or princesses anywhere in the world. Didn't they announce Prince Harry when he moved to California? Him and his wife? Yes, they did. Oh, it's okay. 14,413. Okay, clock it, Stony. Of course, she lives now. Of course, she's live now. Just got noticed. Oh, really? She used her closet as a pantry. Yeah. She got all kind of shit in that closet in that damn studio. Meanwhile, LA mom doesn't have one pic. You know what? You right about that. She ain't got no pictures up in there. No pictures up in there. And she should have been saying something stopping Jay from hanging all over her fake brother. I'm not saying the man, I don't know him, So I'm not saying that, he would do anything, but that's very inappropriate for any little girl to be climbing all over, hanging on grown men. They're not allowed, they should not be sitting on grown men's laps unless it's their father's lap, and that should only be to a certain age, in my opinion. Hi, Anacord. Hi, Debbie. Instead of wash wash, it's called wash wash. She restarted since only 50 something watching. Man, she will rewatch. Her video got cut off earlier today. Yes, I do. Sandy, I feel so bad for them girls, especially Jay. With the same dance. Exactly. She got the same dance steps over and over again. Thank you. Everybody like up the live. I got 71 people in here, 41 thumbs up. That producer showed up on my page today where he was going somewhere to not be bothered. I've seen that too. He even had the nerve to play her song. Like that means anything. Hey Angel, how you doing, baby? You know what I'm saying? Even what? Just because he okay, the last song that was really went anywhere was in 2021, the end of 2021 into 2022. He does have a contract with Akon, okay? But that does not mean that she's going anywhere. That trashy shit ain't going nowhere. Period. It's not going nowhere. And she know it. Thank you, Angel. I watched your replay on your last one. I was asleep when you was live. You know what I'm saying? So he produced a song for her. He's produced songs for her before. Did they go anywhere? No. No, they did not go anywhere. They did not go no damn where, and this one ain't either. Had to talk about my album's gonna be number one. Girl, which one of your damn personalities told you that? Because that shit ain't going nowhere. Shoot, I don't know who she thinks she fooling. But that girl don't care. She knows she ain't going nowhere. She done showed her ass so bad out there around the music industry. And yes, I do believe Stony and Don when they sit here and say she's blacklisted. You cannot go around them people showing your ass. I'm better than you. You're beneath me. Arguing, being disrespectful and rude. All them people run in the same circle. They all talk. They are not going to want to work with somebody like that. Not to mention the cleanup. You got your children out here being actually exposed. You out here, all you do is shake your ass. You run around in see-through clothing to your children's school. They don't want to clean up that mess. She said that, man, whatever. Yeah, he's an attorney. But I tell you one thing, the other son don't really like her. Because I seen that one time when the mother brought her to his graduation because he's a doctor. His facial expression said it all. He don't care for her. She has a pantry but doesn't use it. Pantry door is next to where, let me tell you something. That girl, I wouldn't drink a bottled water out of her house. A was touching him. Oh my God. That's why she moved that camera away. Yeah, Jay hugs and climbs on people and is quick to go off with anybody. That happened one time at the park. She was so busy in all her phones, she wasn't paying attention to them kids. Then when she did start looking for him, Jay was over there talking to a grown ass man. It only take a minute or two for somebody to snatch up your child. Her producer showed up on my page as well. Yeah, they was like talking about he made a post that said "fuck y'all." Okay, fuck you too. Shit. What's that supposed to mean? I hope that's not what she's wearing on the plane. Oh Lord, what she have on? She was half naked again. He produced big. Yeah, he did produce that. He produced a couple of songs. The producer told me to fuck off because I said she couldn't sing. You should have told him to fuck off. Yeah, he did produce for her, and that I believe that's the song. One of them songs is what made him known. But see, she is not Ko. She's not Horiana. What do you how you say her name? Tiwa Savage. You know she was already known. Who put her on? Wasn't it her mentor, Don Jazzy, that started her? If I'm not mistaken. No, her music didn't make it to no charts or radio. Somebody said today, "Oh, I had the DJ play 2 of your songs at my friend's wedding reception." Girl, that's not radio. I saw that baby and Jay were all over that area. Yeah, exactly. And you're in a hot, what were they at the Mercedes or the BMW place? You know what I'm saying? Especially in California. California is very expensive to live. You have to make a very decent living to live comfortably. And you're up in a car dealership like that, and the kids running all around doing a. Mm-mm. Yeah, he looks like it. Sure do. Well, I hope they don't let her board. What she have? Oh, yeah, Stoney did say escorted out of the airport. What she have on? The algorithm won't let her get the 200. I can say the guy is a pretty. Yeah, I'm not saying that he's not a good producer. I am not saying that he's not a good producer. But you know what I'm saying? It also has to do with who you work with, too. I'm quite sure, he didn't get where he is for not being a good producer. I'm not saying that. Because he didn't get where he is, if he sucked. I think the daughter is over her as well, but you know what? I would sit here and think, I would think that her whole family is sick of her. If, okay. He showed up. Mm, my ex is my biggest fan shirt and cowgirl skirt. Lord. Oh, well, the other day, her ex said, fuck that bitch. So I don't think he's her biggest fan anymore. I think the song that's a doctor has a boyfriend. She was at the house one day, all in the boyfriend's face. Oh, wow. She's wearing that crop top. Well, she need to get a new crop top that says my ex said fuck that bitch. I doubt any of her music will not. No, it's not. None of her music has ever made it to the charts. When will I ever drive a brand new Mercedes was low key? Of course. She probably, yes, it was low key begging. Probably, giving a hint, like you're going to buy me one. You can afford it. You can afford it. And bottom line is, that's LA Fish's real daughter. She don't say shit at KO because I guarantee you LA Mom, KO, and the rest of them all have exactly. Hey, Sexy Fox. I don't think he likes her either. He just be when they were when she was at the house and he was just starting to sit at the table and eat his meal. And she had to go over there and put him on camera. Then she walked away, and then when she turned around to put him back on camera, that man had got up and left. He was like, I just wanted to eat my damn meal in peace. I remember, I remember the time at the trampoline park, the guy told her ass off, why you looking in those phones? Sure. Just, okay, remember the guy that, uh, at the park that told her about being out there spreading her damn legs wide open in front of all them little kids. She didn't open her mouth. She was mute. Now remember the guys with the kids that were playing football? I mean not football, basketball. Them young boys. And A walked over there and they didn't see her and one almost tripped over her. Oh, she had plenty to say to F you, F you. She didn't say nothing when that man walked up there and approached her and told her it's inappropriate for you to be out here opening your damn legs. Cat had her tongue. But she shouldn't be in the damn park dressed half naked. The other day her ass was out. She got on a pirate hat. Lord. Send the evidence. You know we need proof. Is what she told the woman who claimed they played her music, right? Then who played her music? Don't nobody. Oh, that's right. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. She wants her to send a video so she can put it on her stories. I think Ellie mom and hubby loves the girls more and puts up with her. Well, if that's the case, then they need to put her straight about how to take care of those girls. I know LA mom sees her videos sometimes. She knows how she treats them, especially Jay. Ah, yeah, you know what? That relationship with with that producer. I was talking to somebody today and I said the same thing. Nobody lasts in that girl's life. Nobody. There isn't enough land in this world that would be safe enough away from her. You got that right. She can't have white seats. Okay. I'm Sandy. JD said he sees KO tax return and says she has made $5 million. Oh, okay. Necktunes knows she can't sing. That's why he plays mostly the music rather than the vocals. She's wearing that to stir more shit, and she doesn't want any shit started. That's all she does is start shit. All the rats only have one phone to look at and at the internet for the You know what? If they want to sit here and spend all their time, or for the ones in Nigeria, uh, buying data. Somebody asked you the other day, you know, she needed data. Court didn't care. No, they can't produce a shredded evidence. Just like people say that she like when she tried to do that restraining order and and be crying domestic DV, she said I have proof. She said I sent all the pictures to my sister. She has the proof. So, but when you went to court, where the hell was the proof? You didn't provide nothing. You were lying for two reasons. One, if you come over here on a K-1 visa and you are in a domestic violence relationship, you can very easily get your citizenship. That's what she was banking on. And two, she was also trying to use it also for her divorce, so she thought she could walk away with everything, including the kids, which we all know she don't want full custody of those kids. Man, let me tell you something. That girl, J Mena, she needs to wake up too. Because KO only goes around her when she needs her to shake her ass in a video. I heard that the day Whore applied for divorce, L.A. Moo was on the courthouse. Yes, she was. They say it. Yes, they say it was Daddy Skeeter that told her, and she ran and applied and filed for divorce first because somebody told her that if she filed for divorce first, she would get everything. That's the only friend I ever seen. Like, you know what? That's because she don't see her. That's why that girl's still around, because she don't see her. And I guarantee you, both of them got dirt on each other. Oh, so Fish is a moderator on her page sometimes? Huh. Ain't she too damn old to be doing some dumb shit like that? She should have been over there teaching her grandchildren some manners and telling her fake daughter how to take care of her kids. That's because she's worse than Pinocchio, huh? And she never knew that until Crayfish nephew told her to apply domestic violence to the order too. It would knock off 3 years on the citizenship. Yeah. Well, the nephew should have told her that she had to damn prove it. You can't just go to court and accuse somebody of domestic violence. Not one police report, not one picture. Hell, you was already starting to dress half naked. We done seen your whole damn body. Pretty much, we ain't see a scratch on you. But we watched you call your husband, what'd she call him? Her houseboy or something like that? So disrespectful. Hi, bubbly me. What does JD need to check? And she never knew that until Craig. Huh? Yeah, but you know what? Like I said, he can't. She can't. She can claim it, but she has to have proof. She sure do. That's exactly what. If Crayfish can't sit here and teach and show that grown ass girl how to take care of her children, because I don't. Like I said, even if that condo she's paying her back for it, I'm not gonna sit around and be all nice and act like we family and I'm watching you treat those children that way. Okay, I'm gonna tell, don't come around me until you can change. And you can try not to pay me my money, but I have your ass out on the streets real quick. Hi, bubbly me. Jay Manor is very much, yes, she is. Then the two want to do it, huh? Exactly. And they probably have. And that's probably one of the reasons why that girl is still friends with Horiana. Because she got dirt on her. I don't think LA Dad knows exactly what's going on. Someone needs to contact him and show him what's going on. Trust me, I don't think that man is that innocent. I think whatever's going on, he all up in that too. Everything in LA Fish thought she could raise the kids. I don't know where she's gone. She's not telling anybody. Hi, Vernie. That damn LA Crayfish, her doc husband, and all the relatives belong. You know what? I don't even think that man is a real doctor. Now, I heard he's a anesthesiologist. I didn't know because he works nights. And Horiana made it seem a while back like he had his own practice. Well, if he had his own practice, you don't work night shift. Because if none of my doctor's offices or my kids' doctors, they doctor's offices ain't open at night. He should be embarrassed. If she's paying back on that condo, she'll never get all the money. You got that right. Hi, Vernie. I don't think Kay would listen to any of her family members about her kid. You know what? Because every time she gets in trouble or there's something going on, she runs her ass over there. And I'd be set. Nope, I wouldn't even open my door. Nope, you can't even come in here. You tell you something, if any of my family member treated their children that way, if they can't treat their children right and take care of them, then no, you can't come around me. And if it continues, guess what? Those kids will be living with me. Yeah, that's one thing. J Mena does look after her husband and her kids. That's one thing. Yes, she does. You know, when she respects him when she's around him. I'm gonna leave it that part. Just when she's around him. I feel she's gonna be with man. Man, I hope she do. We gonna see if she go to London. I wish she would. Oh yeah, when she's hungry. Or she needs to go over there and get the soup for Athena. Oh, I meant to say A. I want to know what private doctor office opens at night unless there's okay. The only doctors that work at night are, the ones that work in the ER. Unless he does that. They know they want to make sure the kids are safe. So they keep her around. Yeah, but she don't go around her. She don't go around her like that. Huh. Yeah. He didn't want her to stay at their house. Well, he should have told his wife she need to go home. She's going to a country she's never been. Okay. Yes, Brenda, I love her song. Hi, Gloria. Just checked in. Oh, okay. But I wonder, they might be showing up at the same low destination. According to what I read at one time, Doc is a specialist of some kind. Okay, he works out of two hospitals. Okay. I don't think she's going back to London. Somebody asked her today. If he puts his patients to sleep, then he's a anesthesiologist. He's an anesthesiologist. If he puts people to sleep. Yeah, I think they're swingers too. Yes, they were. Somebody told me that they were in New York at the same time, but I know she went out there to force her way into a belly dancing thing. But who knows? I don't believe she's going back to London either. Somebody asked her today, was she going to go back? And she was like, hell no. Never going back to London. I bet you she ain't. She going to Jamaica. She just said she's going to Jamaica and start laughing. Okay. Is she a fugitive? I wouldn't believe her one bit. She always tells where she's going. What's the big secret? Oh, what she's trying to do is, all week they've been putting out the narrative for days that JD, Don, and Stony, all of them are supposed to be planning to unalive her. So, I mean, all them friggin' Hurrian have been posting that all over their page. If any, want somebody had the nerve to say, if one hair on her hair goes missing, I'm like, too late. Because the bitch is already halfway bald. It's too late. She already missing a lot of hair. How come she's not taking the moo this time? Oh, she's not taking them. No, they not going on vacation. They must have forgot their passports. Because she take them on vacation all the time. Now she's saying she's going to London, but her goats told her to go back and prove that her husband. I'll believe that when I see it. Because I don't believe she's going to London. But you know what? I know that's where Nancy is. But you know what? If she really, you know what I'm saying, she needs to prove it because she knows she lying. She will never go back to London, but her goats told her to go back and prove. Yes. You know, and then she'll sit here and say, "Well, I'm too scared to go back," and they'll believe her. They believe everything she says. It wouldn't surprise me if she attempted to sneak back into London and not get caught, and she could be there with, huh? I don't know if she can do that because, regardless, you know, she still has to go through immigration because she don't live there. That's a different country, and I think you have to get a visa. I'm not sure. Anybody in here who live in the UK? On my live, do you still do? If you come from the US, do you need to get a do you need to get a visa? Believe me, she'll attempt something. Probably you can't put nothing past that one. You can't put nothing past that one. But you know what? Like I said, if she does not have proof, she needs to stop sitting here saying that mess about JD, defaming his character, defaming his name, putting out there that, you know, he's somebody who tried to hire somebody to unalive her. You know, that, oh, you do need, okay, you do need a visa. But I heard Mancy has a personal customs agent. Yeah, but she still has to go through immigration. At least high smooth operator. At least I would think that she would still have to go through there. Because last time she went out there, remember, she got stopped. She wasn't happy, but she got stopped. So I don't know. I really don't think she's going there. Because she's been talking about going to an island for weeks now. Ever since she started talking about that stupid album. She's been talking about going to an island. So who knows where she's going? I guess she'll tell when she, you know what I'm saying, when she gets where she's going. But you know she wants to be secretive now. Okay, I guess they'll say that I'm being jealous again now. Cause Lord, I ain't never in my life blocked so many damn people. Probably going to St. Lucia. They love her there. There has to be something because of Hollywood. Let's get through without checking visas or anything. So, because she ain't famous. That's why. But who knows? One day she asked, gee, what island she lived on. She's going to hell. Most likely. Then she goes to London. She's going to go to some little low key place. Way, way from there. You won't see her film at. Because she ain't going to the police station if she go back. If she goes there, she's able to sneak in. She is not going to go to the police station. Hold on, everybody. Hold on a minute. Okay. She was on a layover in London after that fake. Yeah, but she didn't leave the airport. So she didn't have to go through as long as she didn't go through, she didn't have to go through customs or anything. So yeah, she did have a layover, but she never left out of the you know what I'm saying, where the planes and stuff are. Um Nope, she didn't have to go through immigration. What a ridiculous comment that JD was involved. She did say she was at Ella Mumu's house. It was a lover. Yeah, she did. She said it was a lover. And she said it was a woman, but she's saying that he hired somebody to do that. Old dirty mental case woman lover in St. Lucia. I'm there. Oh, really? A lot of them can't stand her. Wow, okay. Oh no, she'll film. She just won't post until she's probably. I just got information that KO is going to London to prove to JD. Oh, okay. Interesting. She's too hooked on those 5+ phones not to go live. You got that right. Oh, that's interesting, but I'm going to tell you something. You know, there's what they call them, the CCTV cameras all over the place. I have narcissistic family members. What she is has not been discovered yet. she got she got the new and improved version. But remember that cruise incident? She went all the way and then backed off and didn't go with them. Yeah, she needed a separate visa because she wasn't a citizen then. But I don't think she wanted to go either. That man was mad. He spent money. But that wasn't her bodyguard. That was a trick. Wow. That's crazy. Hmm. And very interesting. If she's really going. I'll have to look into that one. Why going to London? She said the other day. Shoot. No, no, I don't think she said. I know she sat there and said that yeah, I think she might have said the case was closed, but she needed to go down there and they wanted her to come down there and wrap up some ends and they want her DNA. So if they want her DNA, I don't think, well, they probably did put it to the side. Yeah, she's got something up her sleeve. Yeah, she has a U.S. visa now. She's going back to London to find her Apple Watch. That's funny. Hey, hey, hi, Elaine. The case is still open. Google it. Okay. She is planning something. Yeah, she's planning something. Yeah, she's trying to prove to JD something. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, she's not as smart as those damn detectives. And she has to prove that he did that. Don't forget her nose ring, too. Because I'm going to tell you something. That whole video, because we seen the whole video when Blessing played it. And, and I forget who, somebody has the video of where she hit her leg on that bed. where she keeps saying that that's her stab wound. Well, it's not a stab wound. So I don't know what the heck this girl got going on. But we'll see if she really gonna go, if she's really going out there. Probably playing another attack. Now, who takes a see-through robe on a trip going to meet up with a trick? Oh my goodness. Oh, she got a see-through robe. That girl cannot pack to save her life. Let me see. Her and Nancy going to fake. Probably. And in the video, the woman was told to send it to Metro PD. Exactly. Like, if somebody is attacking you, you don't sit here and tell them call the police. You say, I'm going to call the police. Call them. Call them. Something big cooked up when she was at. Exactly. Because she even spent the night. Her and her sister probably have a story. False text messages. Something worked out. Yeah, but you know what? You think them people ain't gonna look into something like that? You think they gonna look into it? She just put and then exactly in them leggings, they didn't have a hole in them. She wouldn't be dodging for much longer. She's a first class skip. At some point, and this is what she doesn't understand. At some point, karma's gonna catch up to her. Like she can, she just can't keep scamming and doing like she knows she does not want full custody of her children. Okay, we all know that. She knows that. She's even said that she would not be able to run and travel like she does if it wasn't for their father. She has come out and said that he's a good father. The girls are in good hands. Then what will happen? She gets rid of him, then she will really have to step it up. No, she ain't gonna step it up. Them girls are gonna be on the first plane to damn Nigeria. Yeah, we all fear for JD. She had tall brown boots on. There's no way. Yeah, you know what? That's right. She had those boots on too. And then she talking about, okay, did you go to the hospital? Because usually when you get attacked, anytime you go to the emergency room, 90% of the time they make you undress and put on one of them little gowns. And you sitting in there with a gown that ties up in the back with your ass out, which she would have enjoyed. And then you said you didn't notice all the blood until you went back to the room to take a shower, which you also took a strange man that you met. She told a story where she met a man and she was scared to go, and the man says, "I'll protect you." This is a strange man. You was just attacked, and he went back with you to your room to protect you while you went to the while you went. Child, please. But doesn't the UK have extradition? Not for something. Not it has to be for a serious crime. The scams and lies are too obvious and predictable. Yes. Yeah, she's going to go to Nigeria, but she's not going to stay in Nigeria because it's not the same over there, and she knows it. She likes to go and visit. The data, I mean, the internet connection is not the same. You know, if she, you know what I'm saying? Like, she can make more money in the US. She can do more things in the US. She's not going to stay there. She'll probably lead them girls there. She's not going to London. She just packed bikini. You mean a string? And sometimes I wonder about Cortland. Oh my goodness. His page are full of GoFundMe's where he donates. Well, damn. Okay. That's a old lonely man. Exactly. Why wait 2 years to follow up on something? There's no reason, you know what I'm saying? But if somebody attacks you, you don't wait 2 years. That KO is on live video right now, packing to fly off to an undisclosed place or destination in teeth. It could be London or St. Lucia. It's probably going to be St. Lucia. I don't think she's going to London. She said it today. Hell no, she's not going to London. Will they lose? Well, they will lose both parents because her behind will be in jail if something happens to him. Her keyboard warriors will not be able to save her then. If she don't get on the first plane to Nigeria first, and water being poured on her back, but she said was thrown on her face. Exactly. There was nothing even wrong with that damn coat. Who is Bren Roberts? She just sent her a lot of money. One of her goats that always sends her money, which she probably should be sending it to her family or taking care of her kids. I mean, or grandchildren. But she's continuously called it international. Exactly. I guarantee you there's more going on with her crimes than we know about. I think he's strange to Janice, huh? If you talk about Cortland Pepperton, he's just strange, period. I know I can't find her. She's going somewhere she's never been before. If that can't be St. Lucia then, because she's been to St. Lucia. She's been there. And if I'm not mistaken, I think she was going back there this year for Carnival. Yeah, she's been in the St. Lucia and she's supposed to be going back there again sometime whenever their carnival is. She said she was going back. She said she was invited back this year. Could be. She's been talking about going to Jamaica for a long time. So it could be. I know her producer is on looks like he's on some island somewhere, telling them what she paid in taxes. Some people don't make it exactly, but send me stars. She's not the singing, dancing princess. You know what I'm saying? She's the freaking she's the like they say she's the better artist. No, she's not the better artist. She's the begging artist. Yeah, she's been going to a zoo. She's never been there before. Yeah. She escaped from the zoo, more like it. I don't think the people in Antigua like her. No, I don't think they do either. But the few people, there's a few people that, probably do like her. I don't, she pays shit for taxes. Hmm. I don't understand how she pays shit for taxes because she makes a lot of money. She makes a lot of money. It's in July. Whore wasn't invited anywhere. Yeah, she probably inviting herself, or sometimes when you go to these carnivals, you can pay to be in it. All you got to do is buy a costume, or she'll go out there and bully her way into performing or something, just like she did at the belly dancing thing, making it sound like they invited her and they wanted her to perform. Everybody there performed, and she was the only one whose name was penciled in. Everybody else's name was nicely printed on that list. Hers was printed in. I mean, penciled in. She got a moderator on YouTube. Someone said bring in Ice, and it we got Michelle Govia. What was her moderator on YouTube? Where did she go? I hope she go and never return. For real. He better report her before she reports him for anything. I wouldn't trust her at all. He should do something about it before she does. We tell him and tell him and tell him and tell him. And he's gonna do what he wants to do. He don't never listen to us. You know, I'm glad Down and Stony finally found out about it, but you know what? They found out too late. We tried to tell them too. And see, and that's what she's not used to. She's not used to how Don is standing up to her. She's not used to that. She don't like that. Don's not backing down. And Stoney admitted last night that Don wanted to come out from the very beginning and talk, but she didn't want him to. So I kind of figured that Stoney wanted to keep the peace. Wasn't it in St. Lucia where those people pounded on her door? Um, you know what? I don't know because so much shit happens. Every time that girl travels somewhere, something happens. Every time she travels, something happens. Every time she comes out with some music or what she considers music, she has to bring up some type of narrative, some type of woe is me, sympathy thing to sell the shit. That's why they didn't like her. She was trying to set up another. Okay? My Memorial Weekend is Atlanta Carnival, and the flyers are out for Pig Pat Carnival Association. And oh, really? Oh, did she say she was going to Atlanta for that? I don't know. I don't remember where she said she was going. Her secret is whoever she hangs out with, she finds out some dirt that they don't want other people to know about them. See, well, that's their stupidity to be telling people, some strange person, your damn personal business. Yeah, she needs to fly away. Far away. Get on that damn broom and go. Auntie Piggy Pat, her manager. Somebody just sat here and said that she had the flyers are out for the Atlanta Carnival, and KO name ain't on there. She says she's going to London. Oh, really? I think if she is, it's to meet Nancy probably. I know, cause you right about that. It is not music. You right about that, and they know it is not a career either. He's working behind the scenes. Sometimes you can't speak. That is very true. And one thing about Don, I will sit here and say, I mean, I do think that Justice should have stood up to her himself, but, I guess Don gave him the courage to do it, and I'm just glad that he is. So, you know what I'm saying? If it took Don, to get him to stand up to her, then I'm fine with it. You know, That's all I can say. I'm just glad, he's finally standing up to her. Because I know I almost fell off my chair when I heard him say, fuck that bitch the other day. I was like, what? I never thought I would have heard him say that. But he did. I think Justin is like Baby J. Well, Baby J be telling her mother about herself. And I think KO getting tired of it now. Jay is the soft-hearted one, I think. Please don't let her go to any more Oh my God, like for real. Like, At some point, girl, you gotta, I mean, come on, you gotta be too old for this. You always sitting here, and I still think she's older than she is, because hell, for years she was damn 32 years old for I don't know how many years. Nope, you right there. Chloe Bailey did not want to be around her. Now, I don't know if she knew who she was from social media, but sometimes, you have that, what do you call it? You could just meet somebody and you just can tell. She was like, no, ma'am. Justin was fighting by himself, and the good mother was fighting with a whole system. LA mom. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Narcissists know how to play with empathy minds. Yeah, she is. She is. She is a narcissist. But they love to call Justin that. But that's what she is. And most of them women, they know she's in the wrong. They know, but it's because of, like, either they were done wrong, or either they just don't, they don't like a white man, or, the people tell me all the time, well, you should support a woman. I'm not, you should support your black sister. What? I don't care what color you are, what race you are, what religion you are. I'm not supporting anybody who does the shit that she does. Period. Oh, Lord, she's still talking about paying taxes. Hi, Charmaine. JD, yeah, sure. He sure does. It's because they still doing wrong in their own lives with her. That, or they sitting here like, I don't know, like I've heard, I forget which Nigerian blogger sat there and said, men down there, if they don't want to be with their wife anymore, they just either leave or put them out with the children and then just start a whole new damn life. Hi, Charmaine. That's the only reason they support her, is because it validates their own issues. Exactly. Or they wish, especially the women in Nigeria, they like to watch how she can walk around and twerk and walk around half naked, because you know they can't do that. Okay, yeah, it was Anacord. Oh, you just woke up, Charmaine? Okay. Hi, Robin. But it is what it is. Whatever reason that they want to come up with and then some of them just don't want to sit here and and agree. Like sit here and say that they were wrong. Oh, you got a few people. There's a few people. Like who's that girl's name? Christy Porter. Nah, nah. If other people want to be okay with her, that's fine. But no. You I don't do flip floppers at all. Me accepting a flip flopper back is like me accepting the original flip flopper self love. I don't accept flip floppers back. To each their own. And there's a few of them that have flipped, and I'm not with that. Whoever likes them and wants to support them and like them and follow them, then that's okay with me. But I won't be doing it. You can't sit here and, oh, I see the light now. Stupid, the light was the same the whole damn time. What changed it? Justin can contact immigration online. It doesn't have. You right about that? He can, absolutely can. I don't think he should not do it in person. Could end up. That's true too. He can get online, but you know what? He should have did that from the very beginning, though. I would have went right down there and told them people, we are separated. We're getting a divorce. And I would have had my name taken off as, what do you call that? The sponsor. That's what I would have did. I would have had my name taken off as a sponsor. Someone just told her, please don't do OnlyFans. There's been a rumor going around that she does do OnlyFans. Now, I don't know if it's true, so I'm going to say, in my stony voice, allegedly. That's what I'm going to say. Think they had planned something to get him arrested. Justin don't want them kids full time either, so he's hoping. Yeah, but you know what? He should have figured. He should have came to a realization that ain't no sense gonna come to that one, cause she ain't got no type of sense, and it's not gonna come up. I'm the lady that was on Stony Live the other night. Oh, you the one that had us cracking up. Hi, Robin. If y'all was on Don and Stony and them live the other night, this Miss Robin. This the one. How you doing, baby? I was just talking about you to one of my friends today. We were laughing. She was like, you had us cracking up. Yeah, he grew a pair, but Miss Robin was trying to make him grow an extra pair. So you mean they did something to your page? Wait a minute. Those cult members did something to your Facebook page. Wow. So what they do? They hacked your page or something? Oh wow, that's sad. See, that's how them people do stuff. They've been harassing me for days. So I'm expecting for them to come mess with me. About a year ago, I had my nephew to look for her on OnlyFans, and her name was Black Beauty of Nigeria. What? Oh, wow. Yes, Miss Robin, that's what they do. They did something to want to. Yes, they did. Remember they did something to Bobby's page. But yes, Miss Robin, yes, she had a powerful voice that night. Hi, C Brown. You know what I'm saying? They'll probably be trying to go after mine next. It's crazy, them people. I think it's time they start looking into that crayfish nephew because several people are complaining about their pages are being messed with. Bobby even had her messenger removed. You too. Wow. That's crazy. Like, this just doesn't make any sense, the mess that they're out here doing. It don't make no sense. Let me see. Hi, what is it? ALC? When I tried to watch yesterday, I couldn't get in, and I can't watch Justin either today. Wow. Were you able to figure it out? Hey, Robin, I inboxed you on Facebook Messenger just to thank you. Yeah, Gloria said they met after I guess she spoke out. I guess them Koreans were messing with her page. Wow, that's sad, but that's what they be doing. They want to be able to speak, but they don't want us to speak. They act like we own social media. We get to say whatever we want to say. Y'all just shut the fuck up. And that's just not how it works. And wasn't he the one that did the fake attorney cease and desist letters too? Probably. Because what? I know Blessing had one. Um, I believe Lolo did. But you know what? You can't make me send me no cease and desist letter and you sitting here, everything I talk about, you doing it right on social media. Y'all getting mad because I'm talking about what I see? I'm not making nothing up. I'm watching it in living color. If I see her expose her child, and you know, you're gonna sit here and try to make me shut up, and I just saw it with my own eyes. No, I'm gonna talk about it. And if you don't want me to say anything about her, tell her dumb ass to stop putting it on social media, and people won't talk about it. Okay, you inboxed her today, cause Robin, they trying to copyright all her videos, even her personal stuff. KO and her cult have insiders and meta and shit on us truth tellers like I'm always restricted. Man, all y'all, I mean, for real, everybody's always restricted. I think I made one comment on their last live. After that, I couldn't. Wow. She is definitely going to try and. Yeah, probably. If she's going to London, it ain't no good. She ain't up to no good. Or is she going to actually bring her ass to the damn police station? Because I'm gonna tell you something. People don't wait. Normal people don't wait 2 years. And I'm quite sure they didn't call her. They probably sent her a letter or an email. You know what I'm saying? You don't wait 2 years to go out there and to handle something like that. And you've been flying all over the world. Yes, Mary Jackson, we all enjoyed her live, her being on there. I told them and Bobby the other night that my messenger completely disappeared. What, Kathy? LA Mom and her associates are busy with a. Huh, I bet you they are. So she's going to London. She supposedly will have a bodyguard because she said she wasn't going back unless they paid for. So who did she get the ghost to pay for a bodyguard? Because she made enough money selling them people that pre-sale of that album. She can afford her own bodyguard. Where's she gonna go down to Skid Row and get that guy that she met down there? They probably have false information. Yeah, but you know what? They're going to look into that information. They're not just going to take her word for it. Funny, during your live the other night, I got a message from you guys that I was temporarily blocked from commenting, right? What? And I wasn't able to make any more. You know what? Look, I'm gonna say this, Kathy. I could have made a mistake because I did put some people on timeout. So I'm not gonna say I did because I don't know. I'm just saying I might have. Me or my moderator, because I do have a moderator on here, might have made a mistake and clicked you by mistake. So if that happened and I did do it, I apologize. I'm not blaming no one but Cora. They said, we're coming for you. And we know I told them, come on. You sure did tell them. You was like, I ain't scared of them. She's not going to London. That girl don't know where the hell she going. She got to have a meeting with all her personalities before she figure out where she going. I had no idea. I normally use comment. Oh no, Kathy, I would have never blocked did that to you. Like I said, I'm just saying it could be a possibility that me or my moderator did it because I did have a few people that were acting out. She's packing all summer clothes. She needs to go take some singing classes. She needs to go take some showers. She's going to the moon. You have a meeting with who? She said London probably two. Yeah, she's being a smart ass. She cannot do anything on her own. She uses her army and exactly. Oh no, I'm not saying I probably could have did it too, Cheryl, because I thought I had put somebody out on timeout, but yet they were still there, so I could have made that mistake. I didn't block them. I put somebody on timeout. Singing lessons, you got that right. Just cause Lord, when they was playing that damn music, or what I can't even call it music, I was like, Lord, sounded like multiple animals were dying. So no, she just needs to give it up. Like Stoney was like, she's a good dancer. No, I don't think she's a good dancer. She's got the same moves, and one thing about what in the Clock It song, she says, your biggest achievement is, bend over is your biggest achievement, and that's all she think. Bend over, show my ass, shake my ass. She think that's gonna sell her music. That's gonna make her famous. No, you in the wrong place for that. What's that? What's that? They got this big in Miami. Is it called the Ace of Spades or something like that? Or no, the King of Diamonds. She would need to go to Miami, go to the King of Diamonds. She might even meet some damn musicians because all the stars go there. That's a big strip club out there. I was just drink. Yeah, okay, seen that. She wants control of those girls and wants passports for them to take them to Nigeria to put them out in the streets. Exactly. She wants to, exactly. And Justin should never, ever sign them. Hi, Joanne. I mean, Joan. The train is coming on. One of her songs. I heard her saying clock it on her live. She sure did. But every time she says clock it, we gonna think of Stony. Stony doing good with that song. I was actually surprised. You know what I'm saying? I was actually surprised when I heard that song. Because, Stoney's a singer, and I'm like, oh, she put a little rap together, had a good beat to it. You can dance to it. I know he had cameras when he was in that other house. Now there's only so much you can put on. Hi Joanne. Joan. There's only so many cameras that you can put on a apartment. You can put a doorbell camera. Some people have cameras in their window. It's better when you have like a house because I have I have cameras all over my house. Shit, I swear, if I open my refrigerator door, it'll sit here and say, refrigerator door open. Still the same on her album, just next to edited cleverly. You can still hear. Exactly. That's right. Clock it. So hopefully, you would think that he would have took his cameras with him. But that man, just she needs to just leave that man alone. She says that you can't sit here and say he's a good father, but then turn around and say, he's this, and that. Because if I had an ex and I thought he tried to unalive me, you think I'm bringing my children over there? No, I'm not bringing my children over there. It's ridiculous. She just wants the sympathy and she's real pissed because he's hanging out with Don and Stony, and everybody keeps saying Don and Stony would be a cute couple. No, I don't. I don't believe them two are together. You know what I'm saying? But she's jealous of Stony. She's younger, she's prettier, and she can sing better. He can't use them for his car because he has to park on the street. Also, if you remember, he did have an incident with his car. He thought things had been moved. Yes, he did. But they do have those dash cams. Can't you turn the dash cam around? I don't know how those work. I told Don to keep making songs we can dance to so we can run up the views. That's right. Clock that. Some of your comments are disappearing real fast. Yes, some of them are automatically hidden until one of us look at them, and then some of them are being deleted, because there's 82, 84 people in here. I never have 84 people in here, so I'm quite sure I got some Hurrians in here. But hey, I'm from Africa originally, and when I tell you that KO has no talent, looks, class, or morals, it's the utmost truth. Let her not hide behind being African, black, or even art. Exactly. And don't get me wrong, I'm not sitting here saying that all Africans are bad because they're not all. All people from Africa, Nigeria, they are there is I believe in there is good and bad in everybody. Every state, every country, every race. There is good and bad. And I do not believe that, she represents all of Africa. I have neighbors a couple houses down. They're from Africa. They're nice people. Hi Deanna. They're nice people. They're quiet. Their kids are well behaved. My daughters say my house inside is out alike. Man, they tell me that all the time. They're like, I can't open up nothing. All I hear is lingering. Someone's lingering in the driveway. Somebody's in the backyard. Somebody's on the side of the house. She's over there packing something funky black underwear with the white stick. Oh Lord. You will probably have more her live ended. The good mother just got off live, so they came back to watch. Hey, flying monkeys. Hey. Hi, Deanna. I just subscribed to you. Thank you, Robin. I appreciate that. But it is what it is, like I said. Hi, Francis. But I don't know. But I just, I wouldn't, if I was him, I wouldn't let her just be spewing that stuff on me and lying and saying this and saying that. Oh, and Robin, I'm also on Facebook. Same name. Whenever you can figure out your Facebook again. Yes, I'm glad Robin joined too. Because I mean, I enjoyed her the other night. She was like, why you bust another nut up in her? I almost fell off my chair. Robin, somebody I can hang with. Matter of fact, I even looked up your page. You was over there eating them blue crabs and stuff. In a live, JD was parked up and she drove past, slowed it down, showed him like he was. Yeah, she always try to act like he's stalking her. He already made it clear it's easier for him. Like he had that big ass house. The girls are only there every other week. He downsized. Sometimes it's bet. Sometimes a lot of people want to downsize. Where they live, and they he said that when A goes to school, he's gonna move, and so he could just make one trip, back and forth to school. And he probably will. And they try to make it seem like he lives next door. Oh, he's poor. Well, if he lives down the street from her, he ain't that poor. That means he still lives in Brentwood. They talking about somebody that idiot guy that be wearing the makeup and stuff. Talking about I need you to go live and show inside your house. Show him yours. He ain't got to show you nothing. Why does he ain't got to prove nothing to you? So yeah, some of the Hurrians are saying that Justin and Stoney are dating. And that's right. If I don't believe they are, but if they are, it's none of their business. She's talking about taxes because on the live video, everyone's saying she isn't paying, so she be looking at your lies. Good. She finally blocked me off her Facebook. I've been blocked about, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that. I don't understand that either. I think Justin was wet. You know, KO used to sit here and say they used to go at it like rabbits. She installed a camera in the girl. Yeah, she sure did. Yes, I believe that she leaves them there by herself. He lives a couple buildings from her on the same block. Who? Oh yeah, I know who you talking about. That's the one that was putting it out there that he was them two were gonna get married, and Don put it out there that she don't even like him because I think people were telling her about that. Yeah, she's sick and obsessed. I don't think so. What would make? Yeah, they would make a nice couple, but I think Let me see. There's too much of an age difference, I think. But I mean, I guess they say age doesn't matter. But and if they did get together, now's not the time. You know, JD needs to focus on how he can, save his children before he be trying to get in any more relationships. Yes, ma'am, Joanne. Yes, ma'am. That was Robin from the other night. No, I don't believe they're dating, and they do have mutual respect for each other. And no, I don't think Stoney's dad would approve. But at the end of the day, these young people, like her dad warned her about KO. She said she didn't listen. Hey, kitty cat whack. But they need to, they got both, you know what I'm saying? Like Justin has a lot that he needs to figure out before he dates anybody. Even when he was doing all his dating, that it wasn't right, it wasn't the time. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the time. He came with too much baggage. Like you can't show like every time he showed whoever he was dating, they went after them. Like when he was dating Taja, they had the nerve to even try to contact her son's father. They didn't know what that situation was. They didn't know what that meant in their life. That meant, it could have been a domestic violence situation. What that was none of their damn business, but that's what they do. They come out, they sit here and contact your job. They contact your family members. They post pictures of your family members. All of that stuff. And I'm just like, when I used to make comments on people on bloggers' pages off of my real page, they was sitting here writing some rude things. You know, I got some ghetto family members, and they wasn't well with that. They was like, They was like, we need to come down there. No, that's why I said, let me make another page. My people's going crazy. He said he was celibate the other day when he was going. That's what he said, but who knows? No, never make business with pleasure. That's right. I kitty cat whack. They would have too much to lose business wise. I don't either of them would chance it at this point. No. And JD needs to concentrate on his children right now. There's a lot going on with them, especially poor Jay. Not to mention he's being accused of a serious crime. I don't believe he did that, but that's something, that's not a nice thing to be accused of. Yeah, Taja was a nice girl, and I think she's a beautiful girl. My only thing is she was trying to rush it. She wanted an engagement ring by a certain time, and my opinion, it was too soon. And then even if she wanted that, I think she should have did that off camera and not when they were having that Q&A. She shouldn't have put that on social media that she expected an engagement ring by X amount of time. I think it was, because he had two children, she had a son, and he also had crazy that he was still battling and dealing with. He could have that. I mean, that is very true. He could have somebody shooter. What they talk today, he could have a booty call. Of friends with, he could have a friend with benefits. Yeah, I would. I totally agree. I like Taja. Look at her. She got brand deals now, and what she has like 10,000 followers. See, that tells you right there. Like KO claims she has 12 million followers, but no brand deals. Taja, she's got brand deals now. She's doing great for herself. Oh yes, she was great with the girls. Yes, she was. Yeah, I do believe that they have respect. They're just bonded over, the craziness. Stony, Justin will end up with Stony, a truly beautiful, decent rising star, and it's all organic. I don't know if they will end up together. I mean, but that's their business. I just think, everybody needs to handle the business at hand before they try to do anything like that, if that happens. Yes, Taja was very nice. You know what I'm saying? And she was great with the girls. She always was doing their hair. Even after they weren't together, she was still doing their hair until that when he went and got the girl's haircut incident because they were blaming her. And I don't know why they were blaming her because he clearly showed them at a hairdresser. Really, they still reporting her page every time she goes live? Wow. She's not even around anymore like that. I don't know if they're still friends and if they could still be friends and just keeping it off camera. Yes, she's a very good mom. Yes, JD and Stony, they are trauma bonded. You're right. I don't think Stony and Justin are the least bit. I don't think so either. I just think they just have, yeah, sometimes you can be friends with somebody and you just have good chemistry. And they have bonded because they both went through the same thing. Justin told her what was going to happen. Yeah, that's true, Margaret. I agree with you on that one. I'm not gay, but if I was JD, I would be secretly to Tasha and I wouldn't even let the girls know. Oh, me. Tasha. You mean Taja? Taja? Summer always ran in. Taja is the reason why KO started to do the girl's hair. Huh. Even after Taja stopped doing the girl's hair, she still wasn't doing the hair. She got really tired of people, even her own followers, harassing her about doing the girl's hair. And now she really only braids A's hair. She don't braid Jay's hair, and Jay's the one that goes to school. Maybe that could be true. Is it Taja that has a line of? I think so, but I know she also yes. No, I think she has no. She has a hair care line. She has. I think I believe it's a hair care line, but the face stuff was sent to her as a brand. What do you call it? The brand deal. Some company was sending her. She had got like 4 or 5 boxes from different companies of stuff they wanted her to try and do on her page. Justin said he's going to support the hell out of Stoney. Yes, he did. Good mother claims she makes a She makes good money paying a lot of taxes, but yet still comes out exactly. But some people, believe that, when she says, I don't have money for that. I don't have money for that. And then some people, they sit there and say they don't care how much money she makes. They're still going to support her. So, okay. Y'all want to support a grown ass woman in her 30s, close to her damn 40s, knowing and you know she's a millionaire, then you're the stupid one. Yeah, she was, Deanna. KO was mad because one of her cult told her when Stony and them was friends, baby A looked like Stony. K. No, I don't think Summer was a good match either. And sometimes I think she used him to build her page. And that's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but so I'm going to say allegedly. Because right after, I kept seeing her half dressed, shaking her ass. Make all that money, not even feeding the kids properly. Exactly. The only time, like, they get a good meal is when they're, a full meal, or when they're around their mother is when they go to LA mom house. You know what I'm saying? Like yesterday, they went out to eat. They had, everybody sat down and had their own, it's not like everybody eating out the same bowl. I don't get that eating out the same bowl. I don't get this drinking out the same water bottle. And then when them kids are sick, then she wonders why one's sick and then the other one's sick and then she feels sick. Because y'all passing damn germs. The hell? Why can't you give them okay, get them a water bottle. Fill each of their water bottle up. Get one color, get one a pink, one a purple, and give them a water bottle. Funny, but I thought baby A looked like Stevie too. Oh, never liked Summer. Kids had a good meal yesterday. Yes, they did. But I don't think everybody went. I think it was just Fish, Horiana, and the girls, because I think that's one of the reasons why she was with her when she went to go do the drop off. Talking about, oh, I feel safer with my mom here. Girl, you was in front of the damn police station. Do you really think that man is that stupid? He was down. He walked up the street because he parked away from you. And then you still had to, matter of fact, somebody asked me today in my comment section because LA Fish said something in whatever language they speak in Nigeria, and KO responded in the same language, and they wanted to know did anybody happen to translate that, and I told her no, I hadn't asked anybody to translate it. It was killing AO to see their big plates as food. Yeah, and not dig into it. Yeah, it was, I don't think Jay had a burger, but A sure did. You know, LA Mom has clothes for the girls at her house, and she always buys them matching clothes. And I think if they get closer to where they might be getting ready to outgrow them, then she sends them to KO house. But she's always buying the girls stuff. That's one thing I will say about her. She does buy the girls clothes. Summer had attitude. Yes, she did. As we all know, Hora never buys. No, she does not. She never buys those girls anything. Yes, I know she was mad, but she knows she cannot go to church with that lady not dressed. Jay had 2 helpings of eggs. Okay. She purchased all of the matching outfits for the girl. They are normally changed when they get there too. Yes. Yes, she does. She has clothes at her house for them girls, and she always, even when their mother brings them over there, she usually changes them. She probably makes them take baths too, because she know how their mother is, and then a lot of time she does their hair, which is pitiful. You know that you got to go over there, and that lady got to sit there and do those girls' hair, and they don't have a bad quality of hair. Okay, yes, that's what it did. It looked like chicken wings. I must say, L.A. Moo feeds. Yeah, I mean, she feeds the girls well. She does buy them clothes and things like that. And but I just don't like how I know she has to know how their mother does them, and I just don't like how she has not said anything because, like I said, me, even if I know Ko don't listen to nobody, but that's one thing where I'm gonna put my foot down. If you're not gonna do better, then you're not. No, you're not coming around me. Even if it's for the kids, no, we're not doing that. No, you in trouble, don't run over here. You need advice, don't run over here. Until you can do them girls right, then no. I'm not dealing with it. That's why I say too that she's a big enabler instead of making her buy clothes herself. Everybody is. Crayfish can't have the girls embarrassing them in public too. It's bad enough. Exactly. You know what? And she would be. And since my husband is in my house, you gonna be coming over to my house but dressed decently. Yes, her behavior is unacceptable. Unacceptable. Look how she was acting in the car dealership, embarrassing every damn body. Oh, trying to manifest L.A. and hubby to buy her a Mercedes. Huh? Picture that. They probably like, bitch, pay this damn condo off. Ko never combs her hair out. Nope, she does not. Hell, she barely combs her own hair out. Robin, good night. Thank you for joining. It's just crazy. I've never in my, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just for kids. You know what I'm saying? I have never treated my kids like this, and I never would. You know, there's just certain things that I just don't find acceptable. And just constantly you're facing the camera, kids begging for food. They're hungry. You can't feed them because you're too busy looking for stars, just looking from phone to phone, looking from phone to phone, barely paying attention. You treat one child better than the other. That really pisses me off. That one there really pisses me off. She had that see-through outfit when she went to the house. Very, very, yes, it's very disrespectful. Dancing around a sales room, dancing around L.A. Fish's house, in front of her husband. I've seen her standing on the coffee table, twerking, Fish sitting right there laughing. Nah, she would have got knocked off that table. Nope, she would have got knocked off. Good night, Susan. She would have got knocked off that table. Nope, I don't think so. She needs LA crayfish. Exactly, she sure does. Exactly. You know what? And she might be the only person that the girl listened to. And she need to also tell her this, you know what I'm saying? Just stop with the bullshit with your ex. You can't sit here and say that he's a good father and then turn around and act like, you know what I'm saying? He's the worst person on earth. But yet you drop them kids off when it's his week. Sometimes you're gone for 2 weeks. When you went to Nigeria last time, you were gone for 3 weeks. So if you think that he tried to have somebody unalive you, he's this horrible person, you left your kids there with him for 3 weeks? Now make that make sense. Because that don't make no damn sense. They all up in that girl's car? Yeah. Remember at one time Justin looked after the girl's hair. He always conditioned it very well, but he doesn't seem to do that anymore. Um, because they made a big smear campaign talking of Dr. Chiropractor. You know what I'm saying? But the girls came there, they whatever she did to their hair, they had it for the whole week. Their hair looked horrible. He would wash it, condition it, comb it out, and then they wanted to talk always talking about, oh, as soon as he got them, he had to take their hair out because it was a mess. And they called him Dr. Chiropractor. So he stopped doing their hair. He sends them back the same damn way he gets them. And I don't blame him. You hear her say her brother is an eligible bachelor? Yeah, and he has a girlfriend. So I don't know what she's talking about. Oh yeah, Robin will be back. She says she subscribed. Yay. I hope she figures out her page too. No, Stoney's page is still there, right? I think it's still her page is still there, Francis. Yeah, he stopped doing the girls. She sends them there. They want to complain. Oh, look how he sent the girls back. But did you see what she sent them in? Showing my age, but growing up, I was taught to be respectful to everyone, and kids are to be seen and not heard. Yeah, I mean, that's how it was, but things are different today. JD said today that she be telling him all the time that I believe it, but she's also slick too, because he also did say a couple weeks ago that she tries to set him up on the parental app. She'll sit there and say, how did this one get this scratch? What happened to this? Why did you tell me what happened to that? If I was him, I'd be coming right back, and I'd be like, who's this? Allie? Okay, hi, Allie. I'd be sitting there saying, well, A came over here with a big black and blue knot on her forehead. Oh, this is the second time she came over here with a black and blue knot on her head. Because she done had one at least 3 times. LA mom treats the kids right while KO is insecure and jealous of everyone, including her own kids. True. Plus, KO is a control freak. The babies have no freedom and have to beg. Yeah, you got that right. Crayfish saw how quickly the kids wanted to run to their daddy without even a goodbye. You got that right. Yeah, Don's page got restricted. Hi, Elizabeth. Um, Stony still has her page, but what they did is they tried to copyright all her videos. Bet that brother doesn't call her sister though, huh? I know the youngest one. That one don't like her. You can tell it and see it all in his face. Yeah, she was big jealous in there because she had to buy her own car, a used one. Meanwhile, L.A. Fish bought her daughter a brand spanking new one. She was at L.A. You know what? Was she at L.A. Mom's the night before when that page came down? Yeah, he should take pictures of those girls' injuries. The best thing that happened is when in the beginning, remember he used to have the girl when he was being accused of stuff. They were accusing him of ex abusing his children, and the nurse was checking those girls out every day, every week, before anybody got them at pick up and drop off. Yeah, but did she win that? Because I don't get how they could copyright every video of hers, and if there was that many copyrights, her page is still up. You see Don's page, not Stoney's. Because I know Don is restricted. He just can't go, he can post, but he can't go live. Let me see. No, her page is still there. Yeah, her page, Stoney's page is still there. Francis. I don't think any of LA Mom kids like the professional. I don't think so either. Matter of fact, when was it? Thanksgiving. Uh, she didn't have to have Thanksgiving at her house this year. Last year, she had it at somebody else's house, and she basically stayed in the kitchen. And the few women that came in there to make her make them a plate to go, they wasn't having that. Every time that bitch goes to LA Stank Fish's house, someone's page is always coming down. True. That makes sense because if I remember correctly, Crayfish nephew, that's what they say. LA Crab is behind so much. I believe she is too. And I don't believe that her husband is innocent in it either. I don't believe that he don't know what the hell's going on. I believe all of them know what's going on. But what I don't understand is why can't she just be, okay, it didn't work out. Okay, I'm not sitting here by any means saying that Justin, you know what I'm saying, is perfect. You know what I'm saying? That he probably, he more than likely played some type of part, in their breakup. Do I believe he was physically abusing her? No. You know what I'm saying? But he brought you from Nigeria to the US. She has even said out of her own mouth that if I wasn't in the US, I don't know what I would be doing. I would probably be, being in a low show. Yeah, we already knew that. Shoot, you still won. But anyways, it didn't marriage didn't work out. He didn't run down to immigration and say, "Hey," because I'm not 100% sure, but I believe you have to be married 5 years. He could have ran down there. Y'all don't even know if they made it the full 3 years. He could have ran to immigration and had his name and told them that y'all wasn't together, getting a divorce, and had his name taken off as your sponsor. But he didn't do that. He said he didn't want you out of the girl's life. He wanted you to be part of the girl's life. He wanted you here. And you can't, excuse me, be satisfied with that. You can't be happy that you're here in the United States living a good life, living a life that you would not be living if you were in Nigeria. You even said that out of her own mouth. I'm not making that up. No, you're not happy with that. It's like, oh, he didn't do anything. Yes, he did. Talking about that she came here by herself. No, she didn't. He met her in China. And she already told the story that she had fake documents to get into China. Her family ran her off because she was an embarrassment. They deal with her now because she has money. That's 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 the bottom line. That's the truth. And most of this came out of her mouth. I'm not making this up. Justin's not making this up. Horiana said it her damn self. And she can't just be satisfied because, yes, he did bring her here. He got a K1 visa. And he brought her ass here. Just be satisfied. But no, she can't. Krabby Patty is the ringleader. I believe that. LA Kid's gonna put an end. I hope that happens sooner than later. Yup, he worked for Facebook. I don't believe she ever loved him either. I think she just wanted to come to the U.S. Yeah, he could have stopped their green card, but he didn't want to do that. He said he didn't want her to leave. He wanted her here. I guess he had high hopes of the mother of his kids were not together. You know, he wanted her here. I know I would, Francis, because I question that. Yup, that's his name, AJ. Yup, he took her to Facebook and they wouldn't let him in. I hope he does too, Margaret. Big time narcissist. Yes, Don is angry and he has every right to. He has every right to. They're trying to see and say when she left them. No, KO didn't leave them. They left her alone. They had already had red flags. Stoney said she had red flags. I think she was feeling uncomfortable before Don was. But that's because KO was giving her the shade. You know what I'm saying? Out of the jealousy. We seen her be jealous of her from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Stoney's a sweet girl. You know what I'm saying? She was trying to let it go. She told the story. How she brought some things up to Don, and you know what I'm saying? And I believe KO was trying to turn them two against each other, but she underestimated their bond. They've been working together a while. Don looks at her as as a little sister. Don is gonna bring them down. I hope so. I hope so. Yes, he's the one Blessing was talking about. He was a hacker. Yup, I remember him. When Don gets angry, he gets even. Okay, he's one of them. And I ain't even mad at him. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just she stole their song. She can't admit that she was wrong. You know what I'm saying? She never apologized, not even on publicly. She didn't she didn't sit here and even apologize privately. And then she makes it sound like it's their fault. And just like her goats, they're trying to make it sound like it's their fault. It's not their fault. Y'all know she stole that girl's song. And what they supposed to be like, still be friends with her? Because they should have cut her off a long time ago. But Don kept giving her the benefit of the doubt. But you know what I'm saying? We knew what happened. We seen her post that song that had her name on it. Didn't have Stoney's name on it. Didn't have Don's name on it as the producer. We seen that. But what did they say? Oh, it's a technical glitch. They were covering for her. But they bottom line, they knew Stoney was in tears because she could not upload her own song. And that was dead ass wrong of her. That was dead ass wrong of her. KO does evil to people and moves on dance. Exactly. Hmm. I ain't mad. And Don or Stoney. He always felt the girl needed their mother in their lives, but where did that get him? You are very, very true. The so-called mother want to get June waist beads. She wants to get her waist beads. I thought she was like, oh, when you get to be a teenager. Well, a child her age had no business wearing waist beads. Matter of fact, a child her age ain't got business walking around with a crop top. I don't care. Y'all can call me old fashioned, whatever, but a 6-year-old child ain't got no business wearing a damn crop top, and I've even seen A in one. No, not cute. I'm sorry. Not in the type of world we live in. And she's always got a page full of pedos. That theft was premeditated and with malice too. Exactly. She made sure she stayed up all night. She had plans for that, but you know what? I bet you she regrets taking a song from them so soon, because after that happened and they weren't friends anymore, like that Grammy weekend, you know, she running around some other country. You know, she's always around Grammy weekend, going to them little parties and things like that. You know, she ain't going to the parties with the stars, but you know, every app, all of these apps and things like that, everybody has a party that she didn't like watching them mingle and rubbing shoulders with all the famous people, the real artists, the real musicians. Yeah, I mean, law student, they can say I'm old fashioned if they want, but you know, we live in a whole different time right now. Now, I ain't no old ass woman now, but I just think, you know, certain things kids at certain ages should not be wearing or doing. Do not, you know, I believe in these kids not making them grow up so damn quick. Let these kids be kids. You only get, I'm sorry, okay, she didn't have a childhood. That's not our fault, and that's not her kids' fault. Let these kids be kids. They only get to be kids once. And there's too many pedos running around, and they all on her goddamn page. We already knew that the day KO messes with a black man, it would be over. Yeah, exactly. They always keep, you know, they always say it. The only reason why they do that to JD is because he's white. And it would have been worse if this was a Nigerian man. No, it's not cute for a 6 year old to be dressed like that. And I actually seen Jay with I mean, not Jay, A with a crop top on too. That definitely wasn't cute. Yes, she's grooming her. Yes, she is. Right there in full view on social media. Yes, I am also in full support of Don and Stony. No, I don't. No, Don's not Nigerian. He's just regularly smegularly black. Yeah, she's jealous. And JB all up in the camera blowing kisses and oh my god, and that face that she does, y'all know what I mean by that face. That thing right there just creeps me out. That is not something a child her age should be doing. Yep, and exactly when she puts the crop top on your right. She pulls and folds her pants to put it way down low. That that's just weird. Whether wherever she goes, she's never invited back. True. Yes, he's from North Carolina. Okay, you're from North Carolina too? Okay. Yeah, but you know, yeah, her TikTok got restricted. But you know, and she blames the girls. No. You should know how restricted they are, how strict they are. You know that. You know, especially when it comes to kids. Her TikTok got restricted today, and she said she didn't know why, because you were bouncing all around, and your side boob was at one point it was out there. Like I'm like, if she move anymore, you know that her whole boob gonna pop out the side. That's why your TikTok got banned today. And look at the short dresses she said. Exactly. It didn't even cover. Huh. But you know, and that's the thing is okay. Jay probably did go in there and pick it out. You knew she wanted to wear a dress, so she should have went in there, got off a camera, went in there and picked her daughter a dress that fit. And if you don't have any dresses that fit, if we all know you don't want to go shopping, So you need to ask your goons to buy some because you know they'll do it, or go to LA mom's house and tell her you need some clothes for Jay. He from Phil. Yeah, I think he's originally from North Carolina, but I think he lived in Philly. Yes, you know that face is way. Yeah, Cleopatra is way older than her years. Yeah, that's true. But you know one thing, I ain't never seen that child naked. I ain't never seen. You know what I'm saying? Like, and her mother, she's not she's not actually exploiting her. You know, she lets the little girl spend a certain amount of her money. She saves the girl's money. Now, would I have my daughter doing all that? No, but to each their own. But she's doing a better, she's doing it better than KO would do. But I think both girls' clothes are crammed into the same closet. Yeah, probably half that stuff it don't even fit. You notice all the clothes that come in the mail, half those stuff, them things don't even wear. They don't even wear it. She also showed her girls on TikTok. Yeah, they're very strict about children on TikTok. No, you can't. Ain't no room in there. Half that stuff in that closet probably don't even fit them. Yes, it does. They all three share the same clothes. The black jacket she had on, huh? You right about that, 'cause she sure do wear them kids' clothes. Yeah, I believe she does too. I believe she does too. The only thing I'll sit there and say is her mother doesn't do it to the extent that KO does. And that's something that KO wants Jay to be just like her. It's just not in her. It's just not in Jay to be like that. You know what I'm saying? And she does. She wants Jay to be just like her. So I don't know. It's just crazy. I mean, but she dances. What do you mean? I think she DJs. She models. I guess she's got an album coming out soon too. Sometime this month, I think. Cause matter of fact, I think she's in Atlanta this week, or she was over the weekend. She was. She even got the. She even took pictures with the McClure girls. I think they're twins, but she even took pictures with them. But that's what she wants Jay to be. Jay doesn't want to be that. Jay just wants to be a little girl. She wants to run and play, possibly play soccer. Her mother has the means and money to put her in a gymnastics class, something. Just let the girl be a little girl. Yes, I think her mom does have limits, but it shocked me that she would align her daughter with that. I have to agree with you on that one. I have to agree with you on that one. She doesn't go around her that much. But after her last visit, I don't think she'll be around anytime soon or if ever at all again. After, because KO came out and told Jay, blamed her that she ran her off because she was touching her inappropriately. And I guess Crystal said something about it. But that's her fault. Your daughter's been doing that for a long time, which is weird. I don't care how much you love your mother. The stuff that little girl does is just, it's not normal. Yes, they both should be. I am Siri. Yeah, they both should be in some type of activity. Yeah, I think she is. I believe she is too. But the one thing I'll sit there and say is she's more protective of her daughter, and she genuinely cares for her daughter. You know what I'm saying? It's not just like you have to be in front of the camera. You have to be in front of the camera. You have to perform. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, to each their own. You know, my daughter was in modeling. I stopped it. When she was young, I stopped it. You know, she did magazine ads, all of that stuff. I stopped it because I didn't want it getting out of hand. They can in ballet. No, she don't want no ballet. You know, it's got to be twerking, brownies, soccer, instruments, something. Because Jay wanted to play soccer at the park. I guess at the community center. I don't even know why she went in there playing it all. She knew she wasn't going to put that girl in there. Yes, A will be at the same school. I just don't know. I think it's going to be half a day though, because it's preschool. Preschool's usually half a day. Now I don't know if different states are different, but it's usually only half a day. Jay's was different because hers was at daycare. And so it wasn't all they wasn't all it's not all school, you know what I'm saying? It starts off daycare, then it turns into then you have the preschool for the couple hours. Like it's like 3.5 to 4 hours. And then once preschool was over, then you went back to daycare because no school, you know what I'm saying? That's why she was able to stay till 6 o'clock. Was listening from my other phone, Jane. I was playing Clock It on loop. I had my son from age 3 playing soccer and basketball until he graduated. Exactly. Yes, she plays instruments. Her mother did invest in her. She has learned how to DJ. That's very good for a child, for a girl her age. The only thing I don't like, which guess she has to do it for the runway, but I don't like the walk. But to each their own. It's not my child. Like I don't like how she tells J and A to do the catwalk. When my daughter was learning modeling and she was in modeling school, they didn't call it the catwalk at that age. They called it runway, not catwalk. Because it's not a catwalk for a child that age. No, she ain't gonna enroll them in anything because it costs money. And even then, she don't want to have to take them anywhere. That takes time away from her phone. Unlike other awful people, KO's not just bad, but she's demonic and told. Yes, I agree with you on that one. Cleo's mom is too in your face and is rubbing off on her daughter. True. True. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here saying that, everything is great over there. But if you have to compare the two mothers, you know what I'm saying? I got to go with Cleo's mom. That's all I'm saying. An idle mind is the devil's playground. I hope Jay takes action to get those girls. Yeah. And you know what? It ain't even going to take to high school. That mess is, I mean, it can happen. I know it'll happen in junior high school, middle school. It can even happen as she gets older in elementary. Good night, Janice. Hi, Shari. Yeah, do they even still have Girl Scouts? Child, let me tell you something. They ain't gonna let their child in Girl Scouts if they gotta deal with that mother. What's she gonna do? Go out there and sell girl? Well, she would sell a lot of Girl Scout. Well, no, because she would have to ship them off. But can you imagine her out there selling Girl Scout cookies in booty shorts or a see-through outfit, showing up in the Girl Scouts things? Yes, her mother lost 5 pages, she said. And I thought that was weird. And she said that she has never had one restriction, not one strike in all those years. And it was just weird that she lost 5 pages. Like, I guess she had 5 different pages. She used, one for different things. And she lost all of them. And people were telling her how KO had talked about, how she left. And somebody told me she wanted the video. Now, whether she got the video, I don't know. I don't know if they still have if they gave her the video. I didn't look into that or research that or anything like that. But it was kind of, but they don't go out there that much anyways because, between, I mean, the girl does, I guess she does a lot of homeschool because she's out a lot, she's traveling, doing stuff. Both my boys played soccer and played hockey. While that was difficult, only time for children for hockey was 6 a.m. Wow. I would have hated that. Both my boys played trumpet and Lions band and opportunity to travel. Mine played football and ran track because he had them. He's so tall. He's 6'4". Yes, that's strange. I believe horror was beyond that. Yeah, I truly believe KO was behind. I do too. Can't they choose who they want to be with when they read? I think it's 12, but not all judges um allow that. I guess it depends on the situation, the judge. What happened to Athena's homeschooling? You already know what happened. She ain't got time for all that. And then if she does do it, she does it to get views because she'll teach her one little thing and then spend 10 minutes making sure everybody in the camera looks at her and is sending her stars. If her stars go down, she'll probably do it again. But right now, everybody thinks that every time somebody mentions her name, we'll shower her with stars. That'll teach them. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but so that's what they always be saying. Oh, well, we'll just send her stars. We'll give her a star party. Okay. How are you making me mad or me upset because you're sending a millionaire stars. Ooh, I'm so upset. Actually, I'm laughing at your stupid asses. No, she can't speak proper English. You know, remember she used to always correct Jay for every little mistake, but she does not do it to A. A does not pronounce all her words right. She don't correct her like she used to do Jay at that age. It's obvious that those two girls are being treated differently. And I don't agree with that either. You should not treat one child better than the other. Like when they were out to eat yesterday before the drop off. You know, she showed A, then she looked over at Jay for like a hot second on camera. Then she had the cameras basically stayed on A, watching her eat some watermelon and a burger. It's always about A. And that's causing sibling rivalry. Because you see how A is always telling on J. Any little thing, even if the girl's really not doing anything wrong, A tells on her. And you can't even blame the child. You got to blame the mother. The mother has her like that. Because A sees her mother, how she treats her sister. Like she's the unwanted one. Another thing I don't like about horror, allowing Baby J to read comments. I agree with you on that. Calling adults by their first name. My mom would, sure, you got that right. Kids should, at that age, they should not be calling. And if they do, they need to call them, you know what I'm saying? Miss Sally, Miss Sue, something like that. And I don't like how she has them singing, the Michelle Govia song. They should not be thanking them for stars. They shouldn't even know about the stars. Calling a tub a bucket. When something is dropped on the floor, oh my God. Or make my hair. Oh my God, what the hell is make my hair? Isn't it do your hair? Let me make my hair. Miss so and so, yup. Different places, it depends on like what states you live in, like up north, like I'm from up north. They sit there and used to say miss this, miss that, Mr. this, Mr. that. Here in Florida, they're more on yes ma'am, no ma'am. That they do like my son, he goes to private school. They call the teachers, Miss or Mister, but that's what people need to, I don't know. All I can do is to sit here and pray that things get better for these kids, and all these her supporters. Oh, we love the girls. We love the girls. How can you love the girls and you're seeing the same crap that I'm seeing? There's no way that y'all love those girls. One of them had the nerve to tell me today, in my comment section, that she was a child therapist. I said, you a damn lie. Ain't no way you're a child therapist and you're okay with what you see. Remember when they sang the happy song and she had them girls saying, yes, I remember that. Yes, that was very, very inappropriate from the happy babes. Because, no, no, I'm sorry, those girls are not babes. And now she changes it to the happy crew. And she just has to make them do it. But she's late every morning now. She's running late. What's she going to do next year when she got to get two girls ready? When she has to, be on live video. She's going to have to get both of them ready. Hi, Allie. That's what kids are supposed to do. Be respectful. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I'm quite sure that's how she was raised. And you got her on here calling these grown ass women, you know what I'm saying, by their name. And it's just really creepy. And it's just weird just for them to be, singing the Miss Govia song and just ill. Like, what are they thanking her for? They ain't seeing none of them stars. What are the girls going to be doing all summer? Yes, you're right about that. Jay is going to be babysitting A. Instead of putting them in like a summer camp or something like that. They're going to be sitting in their house all day while their mother sleeps till 12 noon. Like yesterday, Stoney sat there and said, I would go over there. She would be overwhelmed and tired, so I would watch the girls and I would clean her house. That girl, Stoney, she played you. That girl sits up all night on social media, scrolling to see what everybody talking about and drinking, and that's why she's tired. And her house is always filthy. So that's what she does. And you know what I'm saying? She played you. Her sister already told her she has plenty of time to clean that house. She has the money to have a cleaner come in every week. Yeah, she forces them to do it. There's a lot of times A don't want to do it. I loved it the other day when A refused to do it. Yes, she was mad. She was mad that she didn't do that because that's her thing. Or like after dinner, after she cooks, well, what she calls cooking, she has to sit there and they all used to sit at that coffee table, everybody piled on top of each other, acting like they watching TV and eating out of one plate. Like that's just weird to me. Sometimes A even asks, can I have my own plate? Like, geez, the girls always have to be in the camera. They never get no, what do you call it? They don't get any privacy and with nothing that they do. It's crazy. All the other victims can't come forward and join Don and Stoney like Nanny because Kay already. What? That doesn't mean that their hands ain't clean. A always says, I'm tired. Yeah, to get out of anything. I'm tired. I'm tired. I surely wish JD could skip a week or so she could feel the pressure of not being it. Yeah, but then the girls are gonna damn suffer too. That's the only problem. Yeah, she sure do, cause she has to make sure in order for all of them to fit in the camera, she has to sit, pretty much sit on her lap. She wants to sit by herself. They just want to eat, like, and then oh my god, if she don't get rid of them little damn baby forks, oh my goodness. Just let them girls just eat. Like, and can they eat in peace? They don't have to be on camera all the time. But they always have to be on the camera. Drags them into the camera. And then she gets mad if they don't want to get in there. They walk away. She grabs them by the arm and drags them back. Yeah, they look forward to Sunday. They sure do. Take off running. She can't last barely a week with them. Yeah, it's gonna be rough on her when she has them the whole, like during the summer, because she's gonna have them all day. And then she wonders why the girls are in there digging through food and stuff like that, because you're asleep. And no, I don't have to make it up because you sit here and say it. Oh, I just woke up and it's 12 noon. We know them girls didn't stay asleep till 12 noon. I hate that when she drags her. I do too. The other time she tells them, yeah, exactly. I guarantee you, as soon as that camera turns off, she tells them to fly away, especially Jay. That's why when the camera's on, Jay takes all that attention. She's always like, I don't care how much you love your mother. You don't sit, I've never seen a child sit there and hug and kiss and just gotta be all over them. Because that's the attention that the child gets. Because she knows as soon as the camera gets off, that's it. Well, I got a lot of Hurrians in here because I got 70 people in here. Well, I had 76 people. Actually, I had over almost 90 people at one time, and I know that many people are not talking. So, hey guys, how y'all doing? Glad y'all behaved yourself in here. Or feed the girls with her fingers. Oh my God. Oh. And all of them eating off the same fingers. I just don't, that stuff, no, that stuff is nasty to me. Drinking out the same water bottle. No, that is one thing I never did. I never drink behind my children. I just couldn't do it because, especially little kids, they be having backwash and stuff. That was just a turn off. No, that was a turn off for me. I couldn't drink behind my children. Oh, you want my water? Here, you can have it. I'll go get another one or go without. No, I can't do that. I cannot. I've never been able to do that. And I'm still like that today. I can't drink behind people. Yeah, she does. She acts like a single person. I mean, like a little, she acts like a girl. One minute she wants to be a little girl. You know what I'm saying? She acts very immature. She acts childish. And then at the next minute she wants to be an adult. You know what I'm saying? So one minute you acting like a kid, the next minute you're acting like in a low show. Like you gotta pick one. Hi, Shari. Oh, don't worry about it, Shari. You have a phone call, you have a phone call. 88 and 71 likes. Well, I see 80, yeah, I see 80, I see 87 thumbs up on my end. But I'm quite sure, all of them weren't, because the way they've been flooding my page the last couple days, man, them people been in my damn comment section. But I just been blocking, 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 blocking. I'm just like, damn. Y'all ain't got nothing better to do? Writing rude comments and disrespectful comments to me, going writing crazy stuff to my supporters. I'm just like, damn. I don't come on y'all page and do this. Why y'all on my page? So I blocked so many. I must have blocked a couple hundred people in the past week. But the last, I want to say, 2 or 3 days, they've been on me. But you know what? It ain't gonna stop me. That's why I said, okay, y'all mad at me because I'm speaking on social media? Okay, I'm gonna go do YouTube. Then y'all can hear me really talk. I can say more on here. I can't say all this on Facebook. But it ain't gonna run me off. I'm not gonna shut up. I'm gonna say what I wanna say. Can't stand them drinking off the same water, especially when one is sick. You got that right. That's how it spreads around. I can't watch her for too long either. And don't let her start singing. I'm done. I'm out. Her chat being saying it's a bonding moment. No. No, that's not a bonding. No, that's not a bonding moment. She acts like a child when she damn sure does act like a child until she's shaking her ass around in her house. I like upon entry. Thank you, I am Siri. Yeah, they been going in. Yeah, they sure have on my page. Huh? Yes, they have. They've been going in on my page. A few of the comments I have responded to. You know what I'm saying? But I always end up, I'll leave that comment up long enough for them to see it, and then I just block them. I don't have time for it. I'm not gonna sit here and be wasting my time going back and forth with people who don't act like they don't have common damn sense. This ain't got nothing to do with me, women supporting women. Yeah, okay. I don't consider that women supporting women. I'm not supporting somebody who's in the wrong, period. I don't care, and it's just ridiculous. This isn't about, so you need to support your black sister. I don't care what fucking color she is. I don't like the things that she does. I don't like how she plays victim and she's the one who starts the shit. I definitely don't like how she deals with with the kids. Now, don't you know what I'm saying? Oh, well, he this. Well, no, do I believe that Justin is the perfect person? No. Has Justin made mistakes? Absolutely. But I'm not going to, the stuff she does, no. I'm not going to support that. I don't care who she is. Why they think they own social media. They do think they own social media, and no one has their opinion. Hi, Grace. I would not support who's a bully and does wrong to others. Exactly. And especially the kids. Them kids is innocent. They ain't asked to be here. And she has the means, the money. She just don't have the common sense. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know they say her mother passed away at a young age, but damn, did nobody teach this girl nothing? And if you lived such a bad childhood, you would want things different for your children. And if you don't want to deal with them, shoot, it's not like she ain't got the money to hire a nanny. Hire help. You used to have help. I don't see any other mom on social media treat their kids like this. No. Even the ones that I don't care for, I don't see them treating their children like that. I've never seen their children exposed. You know what I'm saying? They feed their children. So you're right. I've never seen any other people treat their children like this. Animals take care of their young better than this. I have been called all kind of B word, JD chat, even had a few in my inbox. I cussed them clear out. That's right. That's how you gotta do it. I'm quite sure when I end this live, oh, I guarantee you I got a whole bunch that I'm gonna be blocking. I don't have time for that. I'm not gonna sit here because they're not gonna listen. No matter what you say, they ain't gonna understand it. They ain't gonna listen. They're gonna do what they want to do. So, what's the use of me going back and forth with people who ain't got common sense? That's gonna just take up for her, no matter whether she's right or wrong. And that's part of her problem is you guys are her enablers. You guys, got her thinking that she can do this, and no matter what, she's like, oh, no matter what, you guys love me, you guys support me, no matter what. My question to them is, do you guys treat your kids like that? Because I guarantee you, the majority of them do not treat their children like this. Caucasians don't do that either. They call it as they see it, even if it's a friend or family member. You know me, I don't go by color. You know what I'm saying? If you right, you right. If you wrong, you wrong. And I'm sorry if I was KO's sister. Oh no, I would have been in her ass a long time ago when it came to them kids. I would have been in there. Hi Grace. Great lie. Thank you, Melva. No, I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Them kids is innocent. You're not struggling. Like the other day, A wanted a corn on the cob. Oh no, your stomach's too small. And gonna give her the corn on the cob that she had already damn near ate it all off. Okay, if you didn't want her to give it a whole one, you should have broke it in half. Why she have to eat your little scraps? There wasn't nothing left. Abe was like, I don't want that. You didn't have to give her a whole one. You could have broke it in half. JD needs to start blocking them. Yeah, he does. He needs a moderator. That's what he needs. He needs a moderator. Because all those hate comments that he gets on his page is unreal. If y'all don't like him, why y'all over there? And it's so stupid because some of them have anniversary badges. Y'all writing crap, but y'all been watching them 3 years, 4 years, or y'all have a top fan. Now that's the funniest thing to me. Y'all got a top fan badge, but spewing hate. I don't deal with it. I block them. It's so pathetic. They hate comments JD gets on his live. Exactly, but why can't people, like they don't want people to go over there and say anything nice to him. You know what I'm saying? Just because I sit here and say something nice, now you want to come at me? You know what I'm saying? Or people, you're coming over here writing like, oh, get your tooth fixed. Tell her to go fucking get some edges. Shit. Oh, you have no hairline. For a man, his hair is actually looking. He's got a better hairline than her. Yeah, the hate comments. It's just ridiculous. She's a semi-human demon, slept with mosquito man, other relatives, and men in her Nigerian. That's what they say. That is why I wouldn't comment on Don Stoney and JD. Too many goats, and when they come after me, I get angry and can't say I want to say to them. True. That's why I don't really say much either. I saw one a while ago in Horde Chat saying she needs to. Oh. But yet they're sitting here now. I don't know who this lady is, but they're posting this lady on their pages because I guess she sat there and I guess she must have posted in JD's video that well live that he should hire a you know what man. And so they put the girl's information out there. And but I've seen them do that plenty of times. They're making it sound like it's such a big deal, but not saying no, she shouldn't have put that in, you know what I'm saying? She shouldn't have put that out there. But how many times have we used to see people putting that on KO's video, saying that, they would unalive him for her? I've seen that happen several times. Yeah, he probably does. That's probably why he does. I even reported a comment that one of them goats said to me and it was removed. Well, good, because they sure always reporting our lives. Anytime people post on my comment section, they go through it. Sometimes 3 weeks, 3 months, people getting restrictions. Yeah, he needs a reporter. He needs to keep reporting her. And what he also needs to do is he needs to go back. Okay, you don't want to go to court and fight for custody, go back to court and do what you did last time and have your children taken off of social media. Will she still sneak them on there like she did before? Yeah. But at least they won't be on there 24/7 because he did it before. He's got enough proof to prove that those girls should not be on social media. That's a start. That was a stupid thing for her to say. Yeah. And so they're going after her and harassing her. And I guess she owns, I think when I look, see, I guess somebody had put up, I think she owns some type of little business and email address, all that stuff. I'm like, why would she write that on that damn live? I know you might be angry or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? Like that's not cool. You're making yourself no better than them. Plus, they're gonna screenshot that and try to use that against JD. Yeah, they did. I did. Yeah, they did do that. You know what I'm saying? But they're gonna sit here because they're throwing that narrative out that he's trying to you know what I'm saying, unalive her. So if he's trying to unalive her and then you got somebody in his comment section posting that, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't look good. They're going to try to make, I mean, I'm not saying they can post that, put that on him. I don't even know if he knows that was even in his comment section. I don't even know what video it was. I only was aware of it because I'd seen one of her bloggers post, actually several of their bloggers posted. And so I'm like, well, damn. You know what I'm saying? So just makes it look bad for him. Yeah, keep giving him ammunition. No, I don't think he reads all those comments anyway, because he gets so many of them. Oh, I already know, Cheryl. You can't control your mouth. Oh, he did see it. Did he? I hope he removed it, so nobody tries to hold that against him. At least he removed it. But I mean, I understand the lady was probably upset. But certain things, you can't just post on social media, especially something like that. And they're already harassing her. She probably done had to turn off all her comments and all that stuff. He has been bombarded for years now with horrible comments. Exactly. Text, mail, voicemail. Exactly. Even Stoney sat there and said, sometimes it takes me a while to get back to my messages, because she has so many hate ones coming in now. And I believe that she does. Because they is real mad at them. But I think, they're going after Stoney more than they're going after Don. Because they look at Stoney as the weak one. But Stoney's not as weak as people thought she was. Because I'm not going to lie. I really thought Stoney wasn't going to be able to handle it. But you know what? I'm proud of baby girl. She handling her own. She is giving it right back to them. When have LA moms start going to drop off is another. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I feel so much more safe with my mommy here. My mommy. Stupid ass, you're in front of the police station. Justin might be stupid. Justin was only stupid to bringing your ass here, but he ain't that damn stupid. And he's gonna sit here and jeopardize his freedom over your stink ass. No, that's not happening. Yeah, Stoney is holding her own. Clock it. Yes. Oh, Dave. Oh, I think they report in my live. Oh, oh, I sorry, guy. You don't like what I'm saying? Sorry. I'm still gonna talk. I just glanced and she's looking pissed and doing some weird voodoo dance in the street by the condo. What? You talking about horror? That's right. Fuck the trolls. Maybe she mad cause her Uber didn't come, or either because with the high gas prices. Well, I read that Uber and them are charging more money. I don't know because I have my own car, but that's what I heard. Stoney, yes, Stoney has held her own, and I'm proud of her. And didn't they say Stoney's father was a retired detective? Yes, he is. Y'all sitting here telling them people, oh, because I guess he got shot in the line of duty. Oh, he should have died. Oh, he should have been, I guess he got shot in the hand or whatever. Oh, he should have been shot in the neck. I'm just like, what the hell is wrong with y'all? There's something wrong with you guys. JD said she was going to pull another stunt. It was bringing fake mom to the drop off. Now I think it's a different stunt besides that, because I think that's why she keeps putting out there, and all of them keep putting out there because they have a group chat now. KO has let it spill out at least 3 times. I have heard her sit here and say, "Okay, now that we're off our group chat, they have a group chat. They're discussing this." They're like, she will never respond to you. Okay. Y'all responding to it. Y'all think that y'all can't be, linked together? Y'all could be linked together. And her face says it all. That she is very bothered. I'm just waiting for the day when she's gonna crash out sooner or later. It might be a diss to DT, but who understands here? What do you mean? What might be a diss? KO has more she gonna do. Exactly. Yeah, they have a group chat. I heard her saying it. Barking dog was going after DT mom. Eggs. See, this is what I'm talking about. They always gotta put in innocent people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, do we laugh about Daddy Skeeter? Yeah. Cause he comes out, thank you Koreans, thank you Koreans, and you know what I'm saying? Or that stupid thing. They were singing that Nicki Minaj song. Like, you look dumb as hell. Bitches ain't shit and they can't say nothing. Like, sit your old mosquito looking ass down somewhere. Like, are you serious? Looking like a goddamn fool. Then had the nerve, she had to pan over as you change your damn shirt, and your breast is bigger than hers. Then this short for distraction test. Okay. Oh, this a response to. I heard that somebody told me that she was she was supposed she was supposed to have made a diss track. I want to hear that. None of her music is good, and I'm sorry, I don't think she could ever get as good as what damn Stony did. Cause Stony, oh my goodness, Stony, she hit every nail on the head, and I think they really got mad because last night she told them what each verse meant, and that shit was funny. Hi, Elizabeth. Let me see. I was born in North Carolina, baby. They will get dragged through the tar. Okay. What does Don like to say? When you go low, I go to hell. Y'all overlooking the fact that KO and LA Mom are actively doing juju on Justin, but they're getting frustrated because it ain't working so well anymore. That's intelligent. Exactly. No, Stony ain't playing with them. But I was taught that that stuff only works if you believe in it. That's what I was taught. And I have, and I have family that lives in Louisiana, and if you know, you know. She really is a good songwriter. She broke that song down. Yes, she was, and there were no lies detected. Mancy and Skeeter doing the running, coming to for her fashion show about which outfits to wear in London. Mm. That girl, that's one thing that girl can't do. She has no sense of fashion. That girl cannot damn dress at all. She ain't got one decent outfit in that house. Everything's from Timu and Sheen. It's just crazy, but hopefully, like I said, well, I don't see things getting any better anytime soon. Now we're just waiting to see what bullshit she gonna do next. Cause trust me, she about to try something. I don't know if I believe that she going to London though. Don says you go low, go to hell and bring back hellfire. Yup, that's exactly what he says. That's what he says. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why they You know, I don't know, but they go after Justin more. Well, Justin's stronger now. Justin's like, I never thought I would have heard him say "fuck that bitch," but he did it. And they wishing Stony to go back to how she used to be, have a setback. Because she's honest about her mental health. Journey and the bully. And she even said the other day, this had been a few years back, they would have won. But she's holding her own, and I'm proud of her. That neither one of them are backing down. And see, and that's what they're not used to. They're not used to people standing up to her. They bully them and they walk away. They run away. Justin did the same thing. People, they're not backing down no more. They just they need to be quiet about their moves though. The voodoo juju done directly on JD or through the kids is why intelligent JD is slow to act and somehow stop from sending KO back to her African village. I believe it was probably working in the beginning, but I don't really believe in it. They say it's true. I was shocked when he said it, but I loved it. Yeah, I was shocked too, and I did love it. I wasn't expecting that. But he said it, and I loved every minute of it. I was like, it's about time. You know what I'm saying? And that's why she keeps running back to damn Nigeria. They say she runs back there to renew her juju. But Justin's not paying. Justin's not. He's not dealing with that shit no more. No, do I believe he is really, really hit the all-time? I had enough. I don't know if he's quite there yet. He's close. But like I said, I don't know what he's doing behind the scenes. I don't talk to Justin. So before all y'all goats on my live, you know what I'm saying? Y'all think I talk to him? No, I don't talk to him. No, he's not talking much. Sometimes he does talk. Sometimes he does, he gets excited and he says a little bit too much and Stoney got to calm him down and tell him shh. Don't say too much. Don ain't talking. I believe he's actually doing stuff to have KO. I hope so. I hope that is true. I almost fainted when JD said that. I know I was laughing my ass off. What's the trend with yogurt? Oh wow. You ever see the yogurt on the black shorts? Yeah, that's what he mean. So I think it's I just be laughing at him when he's eating the yogurt. I'm just like, ew, you're talking about that, but you're eating the yogurt. I wouldn't have been able to put both of them things together. At least that's what I believe he was talking about. So that was a little bit weird for me. I hope so. Lord knows I hope so. I hope I don't I look, I don't believe that I do not believe that Don is gonna back down. You never know if Justin will change his mind, but I do not believe that Don is going to back down at all. Others have had to give up. Yeah. Actually, a lot of them, they ran a lot of them away. They were scared. Yeah, Justin did go. Justin's had enough. Yeah, it's kind of weird though, but I think Justin has had enough. I mean, he might have something planned. I don't know. You know, but I just want them girls to not have to live this life that they're living. They should be living, regular normal lives as little girls and not having to be forced to be on video and Jay shouldn't have to be treated badly, and now she's even starting to do it to A. Like, what's this new thing? Is go in the naughty corner, stand there with your eyes closed and your arms up over your head. Like, what the hell is that? They must have made her do that. Oh, I thought, no. No, not that. That's what I'm saying. She put a pair of yoga stain. Ew. Ew, that's disgusting. Yeah, DT. You know what? They knew how he was. They seen how he was coming after everybody. I got blocked and I never said a word on his live. My name must have been given to him because I was blocked. A lot of people were blocked. I never said one word on his live. I never said one word on Stoney's live. And then when he got ready to start speaking, one day, um, I sat there and got the, what do you call it? I seen him pop up on my timeline and I was shocked. Now, could I still watch him on a different page? Yeah, I could watch him on a different page. Yes. Hi, Barbara. Don and they sure are. Yeah, he is. But like I said, oh, you were blocked? Yeah, I was blocked. And then he just unblocked me. Stoney never blocked me, but Don did. And then one day I was just unblocked. I was shocked. I was just scrolling through my feed, and then I seen a post from him, and I'm like, how am I seeing his post, and I've been blocked for a while now. So they knew how he was, how he was coming in. What they were calling him, the troll slayer. So they knew. They knew. She is packing those funky clothes. I thought she was already packed. She always packs funky clothes. She don't even unpack that damn suitcase when she come back. She just leaves everything in there. Talking about, what should I pack? What should I pack? Girl, all you gonna do is put in dirty stuff any damn way to hell. Don't make no sense. So it is what it is. But all right, ladies, what time is it? It's going on 1 o'clock. I've been on here, well, almost 3.5 hours. I'll give a few more minutes. I'll wait till 3. You was blocked. This message is held for review. Okay, she's packing. Like I said, she never packs correctly. She never packs for the weather. Walk around in freezing weather with hoochie wear on. It's just crazy. Girl don't own no. She really don't own no real clothes. I don't even know whose clothes she had on when she went to church. Probably something L.A. mom gave her. Not dirty stiff. It's you got that right. It is true. You know what I'm saying? That's because, she sat there and told her sister when she was down here for Christmas that she don't wash her clothes after every time she wears them because they tear up. And that's because you buy cheap stuff. So she doesn't wash things all the time. But if you leaking like that, there's something wrong. Women, trying to say like that's normal for a young girl. No, first of all, you're not that young, and that's not normal for no woman to be doing that. Then she never wears half. Exactly, she never wears half the stuff she packed. Yeah, she was always using their phone too, like she didn't have enough of her own damn phones. She didn't mind Don being in the live, but she always yeah, look at her house. Come on, my house is clean. Look at my house. By whose standards? It's crazy. Her say brother is an attorney, but they went for a new car. She's going to plead not guilty. LA mom's son getting some of that scam money. Not plead not guilty for what? I hope so. Yeah, I believe he is. This might take a little time. No, this ain't even replay, Barbara. We're still live. She talking about going to London. She's not going there. She packed a lot of swimsuits. Well, we'll see. Well, time will see. That's all I got to say. Time will find out sooner or later if she's going to London or not. But I know earlier today she sat there. Somebody asked her, told when she was asking people to guess where she was going, and people said London, and she said hell no. And I'm quite sure L.A. mom and her son told him no. I have watched Horror Pack, and she smelled ill. Well, the stuff is damn dirty, cause she don't never wash nothing, and she keep half the stuff she already had in there from her last trip, and she just leaves it there, and just takes out a few things, throwing. She don't fold them. She barely rolls them up or just balls them up. Just throws it, just anything in there, and then she get there. I don't have anything to wear because you didn't put in outfits. Totally Mexico. She loves Mexico and it's cheap. Like that's true. He has the background and is totally capable of taking this whole thing down. True. Very true. Probably got rep. Wouldn't surprise me. Not to mention, like I said, she just she doesn't wash her clothes like that. You can't go to a tropical place like you in Bali, out there sweating, and then you throw the unwashed clothes back in your suitcase, and then you don't even take the stuff out. And then you're probably going to bring half that shit you brought out there with you. I was blocked. I told him he and Stoney will never be successful unless he apologized to that lady survivor. God will punish him. Oh, you're unblocked now. I was very upset when he did that. Um, I'm just gonna say that I I didn't agree with the apology because I didn't feel it was a real apology, but Susan accepted it, and it's not my place to where I have to accept it or not. Do I still support what Don is doing? Yes, I do. I'll never forget what he did, but Susan accepted it. That sometimes people do things to make, to where they feel they have to move on, or whether it's their faith or whatever. She chose to accept it, but I agree with you. I didn't like that either. When you start sleeping with all men, relatives, and community adults from a very young, tender age, you too will suffer severe structural damage and become a forever. True. But should hi Anna Court, but she should want something better for her children. Was Mexico where someone stole? Yes, it is. Mexico was one of the places that that was the place where she said her phone got stolen. But see, she even takes a chance in the U.S. You She puts her phone up somewhere so she can walk away, or the phone could walk her, watch her walk a quarter mile away, and then she runs back. Girl, stop thinking the U.S. is safe. Stop thinking because you in Brentwood that people don't steal in Brentwood. You think because you in a upper class neighborhood, thieves don't come in there? Thieves don't want to go to the hood. They gonna go to the good neighborhood so they can get shit. And you out in a strange country, you do that everywhere you go. You leave your phone sitting there. She was even doing that shit in New York. Out of all places, New York. You putting your phone down somewhere. She does it every time she goes to New York. Puts the phone down, walks away, so she can do a video. Girl, please. You must not want that phone. Last time she went in Mexico, she pushed aside Rick's girlfriend and moved in on Rick. Well, last time, when she went to uh when she went to Atlanta, and you know how she's always hanging all over Rich. Shoot, Rich shut that shit down in the bar. He was like, you can't do that no more. Disrespecting my girlfriend. And then even though they went to that bar that night, yeah, he took her back to his apartment, but he ended up going to his girlfriend's house and spending the night. That girlfriend wasn't happy with KO. Mexico has one place where her bank card did work. Rich had to pay. Hmm. No, she wanted Rich to pay. Now, anytime she travels somewhere, she always brings cash with her to exchange. She says to the dummy she is going to London. Yeah, well, we gonna find out. She thinks that she can have Richie anytime she wants. Not last time. Nope. Nope. She did not. That girlfriend was like, Yes, he really does like that new girlfriend. And I guarantee that girlfriend told him, like, what the hell? I think Rich is banned KO from visiting or staying. Huh. We're sure about to find that out. I bet she won't be going to visit Rich anymore, at least not if he. She might go, but she ain't going to be staying at his house. She might end up at the producer's house. Because she did stay there, what, like 1 or 2 nights? She'll get more views if they think she's possibly. You know what I'm saying? You're right. She probably is going to get more views because of that. You know what I'm saying? But then if she doesn't go, then she's going to look like a liar. But we sure will find out. She can't help but to go live. Going live is her life. And especially if she ends up in London, oh, you can expect she gonna get a lot of views and she gonna make money. Nope, Rich didn't need. Nope, Rich was at his girlfriend's house. Nope, she went to the airport by herself. Susan even said that she said something that she shouldn't have. Bless her. I didn't like in his apology that he still bites, but I didn't think it was an apology, a real apology either. But you know, she accepted it. You know what I'm saying? And really, she was the only one that needed to accept it or not. But I still, I do, I do like, one thing I will sit here and say is I do like and support him giving all that shit to KO, that he's standing up to her because he is doing what nobody else has done. Everybody has walked away, got ran off, but nope, he has stood his ground. You know what I'm saying? Just like Justin sitting there saying, be cracking me up. Justin be like, 10 toes down. I mean, like Justin learned the new word, a new a new phrase. Talking about 10 toes down. And that's what he's doing. Let me see. She's a liar. She doesn't look like one. But her, all She got us to go live in the airport and sew a London sign. That's true. I could see her doing that. But depending, that's probably well, hopefully that's in a different terminal because that's a real big and long international flight. Don and Stony, yeah, they in that ass. You right about that. They are definitely in that ass, and I'm loving every minute of it. And they talking about we don't care about that song. Oh, that song is giving. Talking about we getting sleepless nights. Oh, that song is giving y'all big sleepless nights, many ones. That shit is funny to me. So I'm sitting here. I'm just enjoying the show. I'm not gonna lie. I am enjoying the show, and I hope they come out with another song. Cause I do. I hope there's a whole damn this album. Yeah, I'm being messy. I hope there's a whole diss album. That's her new brother and her new sister on a different account. I'm loving every minute too. Yep, I know we all loving it. But hey, it's about time somebody stood up, and I don't even know why Cole. I think Cole thought everything was gonna be good after they didn't say nothing for a couple months, but Stoney put it out there last night. She sat there and said Don Ben wanted to say something. I'm the one who told him not to. And at first, people kept saying, when he kept saying she mentioned our names. I never heard of it until Blessing played it. Blessing played that video, and I'm like, oh shit, she really did mention their names. Hmm. She's been saying clock it all that, but she's been saying clock it even before Stoney did that song, which is I think one of the reasons why Stoney used clock it because Cora will say that 10 times, 15 times in one of her videos. So I think that's why she used the word clock it for her video, her music. I love that Don is bringing the heat to KO. And when Justin F that B, that was yes, that was massive, baby. Anyway, Americans are already tired and disgusted by KO, so it's only a matter of time before she's been helped. Exactly. KO had a lot of people pissed off in the list. Exact. You right about that. She's not wanted in my country. You're in the UK. I think that's a British flag. Yup, she sure did say that. I seen Taja on her live. Oh yeah, that's the new. I guess the new one of the new slang words. Yes, her to say clock it using English. Yeah, she mad. Oh, you're very welcome, Sharon. It's 11 there in Canada. It is 3:40. I'm about to go to bed myself. I had to get up and make sure this boy get up and got to make his lunch and stuff. Get him ready. Plus, I have to drive him to school. And now I'm yawning because there's no transportation to his school. So I have to take him to school. And I got to go to work tomorrow. So it's 3:40, but I just wanted to come live since everybody was mad at me, coming at me in all my comment sections. I mean, I must have blocked over 100 people just today alone, and it was crazy. So I'm like, okay, y'all don't like what I'm saying on the Book of Faces, so I'm gonna go over there to YouTube where I could say even more. But I appreciate everybody joining in on my live. I had fun. I want to say thank everybody for y'all support. And we'll do this again real soon. Good night, everybody. Bye.